All right, all right. Oh, wait, hold on. I have the wrong transition. I have the wrong transition. There we go. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. How y'all doing? Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I hope y'all had a wonderful or are having a wonderful, wonderful end of the December era, end of the cursed first quarter of the century. Has the Pharaoh's curse gotten any of you yet? Or did I buy this curse for nothing? Wasn't cheap. I'll have you know, I had to trade a lot of high quality copper for this curse. Took a while to kick into. I hope it's working. But welcome in. I'm Lord Generic, your Terracotta Warrior, and that's just I don't know, it's just kind of just a chill Christmas hangout. Christmas has already passed, but I'm gonna be honest, it's the weekend anyways. The weekend anyways, so many people won't even celebrate Christmas until the weekend. So hey, we're gonna vibe. You might be asking Generic, how was your Christmas? Well, you know what? You know what? I played video games and bought people stuff on it was it was it was a little sad, I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna visit people. I was gonna visit his family. But but in the morning, would you believe it, early Christmas morning? Oh, I was happy to spend Christmas, Grandpa Generics. Aren't you, kitty? That's why we're going to give you one of those hard candies. You know, one of those grandma hard candies that's probably been in the bowl for 6 years. But they're still like, okay, y'all ever have those like the strawberry hard candies? Hold on. Oh, let me just look up a picture. If you know, you know. And if you've never had one of these, I'm sure it's just a cultural and regional thing. I'm sure it's entirely a cultural and regional thing. Ooh, yeah, I'm erasing a bunch of different ones, but I can just at a glance, I'm like, no, those ones are wrong. I know which ones are the right ones, and it's not the ones I'm looking at. There's like, it's grandma candy. That's the only way I can describe it. But you know, it does hit different. If you know, you know exactly. Wow, I'm so glad people understand. But anyways, hold on, hold on. This is more important. This is more important than Christmas. Don't yeah, no, I'll go on record. Grandma candy is drastically more important than Christmas. This stuff looks like this. Like got the strawberry wrapper. Total grandparent candy. That's as much as it goes, you know. That's as big as it gets, in my opinion. This defines visiting the relatives. Yeah. All right. But, I know we said we were going to decorate a tree, but I was supposed to have this thing before Christmas, and it's just, you have strong opinions. Ooh, do share, lore. Do share, fools. What are your strong opinions on Grandpa Candy? You get flashback. Like I said, it's grandparent candy. It's the only kind bona fide has been in the candy bowl for 10 years. It might be older than you when you taste it. And that is like gaining its power. That is like gaining its power. I know it does slap. It's good. Grandpa's no good candy. Like these are good candies. That's what I'm saying. So we got some, just we just leave it in the yeah. We'll just leave some on the table. If you want some, it'll be right there. Really small, really small grandparent. Actually, that's about the right size. That's about the right size. Oh, hello, welcome in, Raiders. Hey, Ryan, how you doing? I saw y'all were doing a karaoke thing. You must be tired after all that. So please take care of yourself and welcome in, everyone. I'm Lord Generic, your Terracotta Warrior, and and one of Ryan's children. She designed and made my model, and it's fantastic. I enjoyed quite a bit. So welcome in, everyone. If you need to take care of yourself, do so. But we're just kind of vibing. We're kind of just hanging out and enjoying some a little quietude and story swapping, you could say. We were just talking about grandparent candy. I just put it on the table. Hold on, let me. That was the wrong thing to grab. There we go. All right. Grandparent candy. I'm sure it's highly regional, but like where I happened to be a freshly awakened statue, this stuff was always in the candy bowl of like the elderly. Always, always, always. Oh, you had fun? Good. Good. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad it went well, but thank you for dropping by and welcome in, everyone. Please have a wonderful time and relax. All right. Although I can't promise a roaring party, I must say. This is the after party. It's very quiet. I forgot to turn on music. Hold on, let me turn on music. I was just like, I'm missing something. I'm missing something. I didn't download a good Christmas music thing. Shoot. Valhalla's a Christmas game. Valhalla's a Christmas game. Good enough for me. Turn on Proof of a Hero. It's Christmas me enough. Okay, but can we talk about that Monster Hunter is like the coolest music? It's a thing. Outside of Proof of a Hero, which if you aren't aware, the Monster Hunter game series, Proof of a Hero is like, that's the song. That is the player's song, and it plays in the biggest moments when you're doing the coolest stuff, taking down the biggest monster. But there's a lot of really good soundtracks in Monster Hunter, and I feel like I could not name one. I could not name one if you put a gun to my head. And I think it's because Monster Hunter, I'm so tuned in. I'm so focused on the fight, on the big monster you're fighting, on the sound cues of its roars, that I know the music's there, but it simply blends in near perfectly. It's weird. It's weird. Why does it do that? I couldn't tell ya. I couldn't tell ya. But it does. All right, we're putting the grandpa candy back on the table. And by the way, Laura, I can't believe you hate grandpa candy and grandma candy. That's funny. Yeah, you like hard candy, you like strawberry candy, but you hate grandpa candy. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. That's I can't. Oh, wait, hold on. I heard something. Oh, all right, hold on. That's supposed to be the delivery guy. All right, what? Hey, about time you showed up. You know how long it has been? Oh my God, I have to entertain this many youths. They are terrifying. They're gonna tear me apart if we don't have a tree. I can't believe I paid for better service than this, and I personally, I'm pretty disappointed that it took this long to show up. I'm pretty disappointed. What? You want me to sign? No, I'm not giving you a tip. I'm amazed this even got here. God, a tip? For the only tip I'll give you that you should show up earlier, buddy. I'll keep a job better that way. All right, fine. Yeah, fine. I'll sign. Just give me the tree. Fine. What? You're not gonna help me move it? All right. Well, screw you too. You know what? Delivery guy's in a bad mood, everyone. Also, hey, I had to sell him. All right, hold on. Okay, here's a. She's kind of. Oh my God. Oh, the green screen. Hold on. Damn it, I was doing a whole gimmick. Hold on, let me fix this. I'm gonna Let me turn this off so I don't flashbang you super hard. Oh, God, wait. Hold on. If I instead use bloop, 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 why did SGA do that? Oh, I forgot that was a thing. I forgot. All right. So I turned on the virtual camera in VTube Studio. It's not like a important thing, if that makes sense. It's not like it's an important thing, but every time I turn it on, SGA. I'm not even set to the SGA transition. SGA and MP3 or MP4, an MP4 file. He's a GIF. He's straight up a GIF. But the SGA transit, I just keep turning him on. He's so cute. But he is connected to my OBS. I don't know how he got in there. All right, hold on. Oh God, I have broken it. Yeah, baby. That's the stuff. All right, hold on. I need to change my green screen massively. This might... Oh, God, that one does not work. Oh, man. Of course, I would be purple and blue. Why would I pick anything else? Why would I pick anything else? All right, hold on. I have to make... Is this... Can I do a pink screen? F78. F. No. Oh, pink screen does not work. All whack. How about a yellow screen? Oh, that works even. Ooh. God. Green is the only one that works. I may have miscalculated on the bit. I was so focused on getting the bit working that, yeah. Hold on. Y'all need to see this. This is going great. Going great. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's why I wasn't working. Ba-dum, ba-boom. Ba-dum. All right. Now I got to change the background. God. Oh, wow. Flawless work, Generic. Damn. They're really buying it this time. Oh yeah, nailed it. I know, right? Toggle. Oh man, I turned off the webcam too, cause VSpout is normally better. It's nominally better in most situations, and yet we are here. And yet we are here. All right. Going great. SGA, turn on again. Are you working? You are not working. God, this is all of this for a bit. It's not even gonna work anymore. Oh, it's not even gonna work anymore. Oh, isn't that great? All right. That should work. Maybe? No, that's not what I want. God, how do I do this? I don't remember. Oh, there it is. Thank God. Oh, God, that's a lot of pink. Ha! My eyes! Hold on. Everything's broken. Don't worry about it. That is. Why is it not? Everything's pink. Give me a... It's all pink. I explicitly told it to not show that. To show the mountain of pink. And yet it persists. And yet it persists. Isn't that fun? All right. Transparent and capture toggle. Where is that? God, I'm so good at this, aren't I? All right. Well, besides me fumbling, you know what? We're just going to be pink. We're going to be pink for... Oh, God. Not that one. Not that one. SKA. There we go. It's got to be somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. All right. Well, until everything exploded on me, things were going pretty good. You like until everything exploded on us, things were going pretty okay, I gotta say. Oh, yeah. See, I like how the things I immediately find are like, hey, what is transparent in capture? And I go, yeah, that's what I'm asking for. But everyone here is too smart to need to ask, where is it? Except for me. Settings. Oh, it's under settings. That'll do it. That'll do it. Where is it? Oh, it's way down. I think. No. What? Me? Man, I was so ready for this bit. Let me tell ya. You know, we're just doing the bit once I figure this out. I don't even care. Okay? We're doing the bit anyways. We're doing it. We'll do it live. Oh my God, where is it? I actually... What? What the fuck? What? I set this up. Oh my God, I'm really stupid. Oh my God, I actually don't know. Gotta be near the webcam. I don't see it. Well, shoot. No, I can never find stuff in VTube Studio on the best of days, quite frankly. It's not... There's no search function, unfortunately, and that results in a lot of issues. Has always resulted in a lot of issues for me. Just because I can never... It's supposed... No, transparent captures are a toggle. What? But it's already toggled. I don't understand. So why is it like this? Why are you like this, V? Oh, I have to do it. Are you serious? A game capture? Wow, that's bad. Nah. It's on me. I failed to grok what VTube Studio was saying. Is that it? Hold on. This is bad. This is really, really bad. This is horrendous. Hold on. Allow transparency. Oh my God, it works. Wow, we got it. All right. We're doing the bit again. Fucking try. Give me the wrong one. All right. Yeah, fine. No, give me that one. Nothing works. All right. Also, hey, EJ, is Himiko going to help you save your wife? Good luck with that. Oh, I've seen how that ends. All right. Anyways, we finally got the tree for the kids. Oh, you can see my cursor. Hold on. That's bugging me. That's bugging me. I got to get rid of the cursor. I don't want the cursor. Y'all like the cursor? I don't like the cursor. Not for this. All right. Thank God. All right. Got the... Oh, my God. Why was that so hard? Why was that so... I did... No. No. All right. I got... Oh, shit. Ah! Great. Give me a second. I gotta. Oh no. Well, that's my life now. All right. Well, good news, everyone. As I very slowly drag things, because this is not how I thought it would work. Got the tree. It's here now. All right. You know, I'm just gonna stand over here. Well, Merry Christmas. There we go. We gotta get the star. There we go. Well, we're stuck now. It's not coming off. I tried. Y'all ever disassemble or like move a real pine tree? You know how the pines get kind of stuck on you? Yeah, we're gonna have to cut this thing off. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be bad. We should probably wait for the kids to leave. Yeah. Just tell them this is intended. Yeah, there's no other way. Oh, and now you can see the fucking... Oh my God. This is going to make it so much more awkward. It was going to be so clean, and VTube Studio is making it so difficult. Oh boy. All right. Well, I don't have hands. Can someone give me a drink? Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Well, anyways, I hope y'all's holidays went well. Because apparently I can't even make a wacky tree gimmick work well. Boy, that took... Let me check the time. Yeah, that took like 15 minutes. Good job, Generic. Oh God. The funny thing is, I couldn't do that before. The transparent I did on VTube Studio, I swear, last time I tried to do that, it did not work like that. It was in a very different place. And it didn't work as well as it's working. It's actually working better than it used to. If you look back at my earliest streams, there's actually a little like green tint around my model, around my skin, because VTube Studio didn't quite work as well. They're trying to kit bash a pixel art. Nice. Pixel art is always cool. I always like pixel art. I don't know. I think I get why everyone was so big. I get why everyone was so big on Brain's gone. On 3D graphics and 3D models when it was a thing, but I really think I think they don't give pixel art enough of a chance. Pixel art is super cool, and it's a really inexpensive way to make game assets. Pixel art games, dude, you can do a lot with it way faster and cheaper. 3D models are the worst. You know what pixel art doesn't have? Clipping issues. Pixel art doesn't have clipping issues the way 3D models do. That alone is hundreds of hours of dev time. I'm telling you. The way to go. Oh well. All right. So the whole gimmick of the stream was supposed to be on Twitch side. I added a redeem called pin, and when I redeem it, makes me pin an ornament to the tree. That was the whole idea. It's got like an 8-minute cooldown. They have to wait. Y'all have to wait. YouTube side, you can just type exclamation mark pin, and then I'll redeem it, and you know it will count it as the same. Yeah, instead we get horrifying layer issues. But I don't know. The problem is, I used to be able to open the item menu nice and clean. And now when I do it, you see me scrolling through the ornaments I legally stole from Amazon and then turned into transparents. And then I was going to roll a dice. 14. That's about here. You know what? This one's appropriate. It's an appropriate one for today. That. We're hanging the butter on the tree. Oh, God. Oh, God. Go here. Okay. Yeah. So you get to see the ugly part of VTube Studio that you weren't supposed to see, because everything broke. And you know what? It's really not worth the effort to fix it. I'm not gonna lie. It's not worth the effort to fix it. I'm not gonna lie. We laugh so we don't cry. Okay. So all the dumbest ornaments I found, there's like real ornaments, like there's like, you know, the pretty ones you actually put on a tree. All the dumbest ones I found labeled themselves as Hallmark, like the shopping card people, the greeting card people. I know someone who worked for Hallmark as a card stalker for a while. It's like yeah. So shockingly enough, you go to like a grocery store, if they have an aisle that stocks cards, that's actually not the store. What it is, the company Hallmark rents a shelf off the store and fills it with their own stuff. It's kind of whack. Yeah, the secrets behind grocery stores, they're a lot more complicated than you'd think, let me tell you. There you go. There's your Christmas yaps from Grandpa. The grocery stores, they're not as simple as you think. It's not just food from a bin in a farm. No, the problem, raps Kane on the floor. The problem is the capitalism. It's keeping you from buying the eggs for $2. Yeah, okay, Grandpa. Have some more eggnog. Eggnog, yes. More you've used GIMP, the more you've fallen in love. Ooh, I tried GIMP once. I tried it once back a long time ago, because I needed to edit stuff and I didn't know how to edit stuff. So I tried, in my great foolishness, I tried to use GIMP, and I could not figure out how to use it. Whatsoever. And as a result, I immediately gave up, because GIMP is like hardcore graphics, art, and like drawing design, and I still know nothing. So I knew nothing about it. So it just opened up and I went, oh, get me out of here. And then I uninstalled it. Yeah, that job didn't go well. that job was a struggle. They always are. Welcome to life. They hire you because they don't want to do the struggle. That's the real secret. All right, this is supposed to be our Christmas stories. Well, if y'all have any Christmas stories that you particularly like, feel free to share. Always happy to hear them. But like I was going to say, I was just going to complain generally about my own Christmas. I was going to visit family, but they send me a lovely text at like 6:30 a.m. They're like, yeah, I'm going to the emergency room. I think I have pneumonia. And I'm just like, what? Huh? Merry Christmas? And I'm just like, you are. Because I woke up at like 9, like 2.5 hours after getting the message. And I'm like, what you good? And like they don't respond, so I text someone else. I'm like, so y'all good? And they're just like an hour after that, they're like, yeah, we've quarantined them. They have the flu. And I'm just like, I'm not visiting you. Yeah, that sounds bad. That was my Christmas. I gotta play video games at least. That's fine. Yeah, every time you hear about GIMP, you have to double take. Yeah, for those unaware, GIMP is a free editing software for pictures and graphics. It's like a free Photoshop. There's a few variants of free Photoshop. GIMP is one of them. I've heard it's very powerful. I've heard it's good, but trying to make it work is something that I did not comprehend. Josh just did not understand at all. Don't give me some water. Still stuck here. Thanks. All right. I'm trying some custom tea because I'm trying to eat like a ton of tangerines and oranges because we had to throw some out because they were going bad. And I'm trying to eat a lot of oranges. So I was making a rooibos tea, right? And I was making some rooibos, which if you don't know is an African honey bush. It's actually caffeine free. So if you'd like tea, but you can't have caffeine, look into rooibos. That's ROOIBOIS or something like that. Rooibos. Rooibos. But yeah, I cut up an orange and put the slices in it. Not bad. I think I'm onto something. I think I'm onto something here. I don't know. Oh. So yeah. That was my Christmas. At least I got stuff done. I've got everything I've been doing. Sorry, I'm eating a tangerine if you couldn't tell. Speaking of said tangerines, I've been peeling them. So I'm eating boy, you know what? With how disastrous the start was, I was originally going to label this video Christmas date or like Christmas dinner date. I was like, that sounds cute. And then I was like, you know, let's just call it a hangout. And boy, am I glad I did. This would be the worst date. Like, nice date. Oh no, it's exploding. Hold for 15 minutes. Oh god, what a mess. What a mess that would be. Speaking of tea, subscribe to a monthly tea box to try out. Ooh. Well, that sounds nice. That sounds very nice. I hope it works out. I hope it works out wonderfully. That's a tough thing with tea. I've lived in places where I was close to like a good tea shop at a good price, and that was good. Life was good. Especially tea is one of those things where, yeah, it looks really expensive, but the reality is you use so little tea at a time. And if you're like me, you reuse the same tea like 4 times or something like over days. So you really stretch it. But as a result, it's not actually expensive. But I've also lived in places where it was a desert, dude. It was a tea desert. There was nothing. There was nothing. There wasn't even a lot of coffee. Like, don't get me wrong. I hate coffee. I'm very much not a coffee person. But the coffee was... There was like a couple Starbucks. As you know, doesn't matter where you go on this planet, there's always a couple Starbucks. God, I bet they have one in the Antarctic Research Station. I swear. They're just everywhere. But and like a couple diners. We didn't even have many diners. There was very few non-chain restaurants here. It was rough. It was a rough place to be. Anyways, no tea. All I had was this one kind of tea I tried to buy when I was traveling. It sucked. It was bad. It was like a lotus tea or something. It was meaty. And yeah, it's generic. What does it mean for a tea to be meaty? I don't know. And I'm the one who had to drink it all. But I still can't tell you what that even means. And yeah, the layering is super whack on the stream because I only just figured out how you even do this in VTube Studio. I only just figured out how to make this work in the first place. So, you know, it's not we call it indie production value, and it's charming. That's the goal. That's the goal. It's charming. Your favorite tea is expensive. That sucks. Well, good news is that at least tea lasts a while, right? Unless you like, if you insist on like really good tea, it takes a long while, actually. It takes a long while, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, well, so it goes. Oh, wait, did this not pin? I thought this pinned on Twitch. There we go. I hate how Twitch pins work. So when you pin a message on Twitch, it actually defaults to pin for like 10 minutes. You have to then go click a second time to pin it for the rest of the stream. It's like, dude, who pins things for 10 minutes? Who temporarily pins things? Ridiculous. I don't like tea or coffee or hot chocolate. Ooh, okay. But that's fine. The only reason I don't drink hot coffee or hot chocolate at a basically constant rate is that, like, hot chocolate is dude, it's just high calorie, right? That's it. I'm like, I probably shouldn't just chug hot chocolate, but I would. Dude, I would chug hot chocolate. I don't even try to mess with me. I don't give a fuck. That stuff is good. And if you've only ever had pre-packaged mixed, I would really say you gotta try. You gotta try making your. It's pretty easy to temper chocolate. Well, okay, not to temper chocolate, to melt it down in milk. Because all you do is just simmer milk, not boil. Remember, we don't boil milk, we simmer milk. You don't want it to actually boil. It goes crazy and tastes worse. But just heat it up. You melt some chocolate in, you sprinkle in some powdered nutmeg and cinnamon. You're pretty much done. It's pretty easy. Delicious. It's delicious. Oh, thanks for the pin. Oh. All right, let me roll my D20. I got a D20 on me. Shit. Rolled under the monitor. Can't see it. Roll again. 6. Okay, time to peel back the wretched curtain in its horror. This is how I was doing it. Get the golden ball of crystal lace. Neat. Thanks, legally acquired ball. I feel like I want these to be on the outside, right? I feel like the balls go on the outside. All right, no, not there. Put it here. Yeah, there we go. Shit. Oh no, it broke. Didn't pin onto the right thing. Hold, please. I see. It broke everything. It broke everything. That is something I have to watch out for. It'd be so much easier if I wasn't trying to do this in the way that I am. If we could, there we go. I'll make the tree fit a little better this time, It was a little, well, no, it's not that it's lopsided, it's that I'm lopsided. That's the actual issue. There we go. So what did we have? We had the butter. And we had the, I gotta make that, oh god, it's so big by default. Ooh. That's what, ooh. Oh man, I'm very mature, what can I say? It's Christmas, we gotta make stupid Christmas jokes, right? God, no, it did it again! It did it again! Hold on. I have to redo this so many times. It's really embarrassing. I don't want it to be on screen. I want to look marginally competent for once in my existence. All right. I'm not putting it there. We are, oh god. We are, it's the butter move. All right. So I got it this time. I'm gonna put it, we're putting it on the sash. There we go. Now it's, wow, that thing moves terribly. Good job, Vtube Studio. That thing looks awful. Whatever. All right. There we go. Now I get rid of this because it's in the way, and it's not show up, but it does, which is why VTube Studio going, oh, you can use transparent mode. Oh, it's so easy on OBS. It's a trap. Don't do it. It's not good. Don't fall for the lie. No. All right. Well, honestly, it's weird. I did celebrate a lot of Christmas growing up. I never really felt a connection to it. I think it's that, like, distant relatives celebrated Christmas a lot harder, whereas my caretakers were much more like, it's Christmas. We put up a tree, but then after a few years, we stopped putting up the tree. They had one of those fake trees. You ever try to build one of those old fake trees made out of plastic? Like the pines are plastic and metal, and it goes onto this big metal rack. Oh god, thinking back, that thing must have been expensive. That thing must have cost a pretty penny. Just crazy considering we just stopped putting it up because they didn't care enough, didn't want to. They just didn't want to, so we stopped entirely. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess Christmas is whatever now. I'm just saying, the lights and pizzazz, I think they're important. They're not nothing. I do think they matter a little bit in having that mystic majesty. Well. Such is life. I don't know. Christmas is what you make it, though. Any holiday is what you make it. And if you have a bad holiday, or if you just don't like the holidays in general, I do want to say in all seriousness, it's okay. We'll build a better holiday. Holidays, at the end, much like any tabletop game. Why is that where I took this? Whatever. Holidays are what you make. Holidays are what you make it, and who you make it with. So we will simply build a stronger community to replace what you might long for. That's the goal. Not necessarily an easy one, but it is the goal. Oh. I'm eating an orange this time. It's the other half of the one I cut up. You know, for the orange rooibos. The attempt at orange rooibos, at least. That. All right. Well, because we're all nerds. I mean, yes. It helps. It is true, though. Like, a lot of tabletop games, it is like 10% the game in terms of fun, 90% who you play it with. 90% the people, and that counts you. And that counts you. The gifts you're making are for a potential tabletop character. If your character comes with gifts, fancy. Wow. I'm lucky if I make a sketch of mine. You gotta watch anime with your mom? That's nice. That's cute. My parents don't watch anything. Well, they do. It's nothing interesting. A lot of it kind of sucks. A lot of it's old sci-fi. Like sci-fi channel sci-fi. Like Stargate. I do like Stargate. I'm not gonna lie. Stargate is good. Babylon 5 was actually goated. Babylon 5 was really good back in the day. God, that made me sound old. No, it's good though. It's actually very interesting. But, like, I don't know. Oh. No. Oh, I know why it keeps my mouth open so much when I eat the orange. So, I try not to peel oranges and citrus fruits with my fingers, because my fingers get all sorts of messy. I just use my tongue usually. Maybe I'll take like one of my canines and cut it a little with the canine to like separate it, and I just use my tongue. It's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie, but it's very efficient. Oh, you're watching Call of the Night. I've heard of Call of the Night. I've heard that's good. I've heard that's good. I've watched a little bit of anime, but like nothing. Well, I've been rewatching Thunderbolt Fantasy with someone. I do like Thunderbolt Fantasy. One of my favorite shows for maximum what the fuck is going on, brother. But no, Call of the Night I've heard is pretty good. Kind of like a more peaceful kind of thing. Well, I'm glad it's being enjoyed. But yeah. I have really fallen behind in anime. I just don't have the time. Well, I do have the time. Who am I kidding? I do have the time. I just don't do it. Let me be actually honest here. I totally could watch more. I just don't. I don't know. I never actually watched that much. Even when I did watch, like, often, I feel like I didn't watch a lot of mainstream stuff. I've always been a hipster. I'm not a hipster intentionally. I'm just like, I don't know what you would call it, an accidental hipster. An accidental. In the sense of like, when everyone else is watching like Naruto, I'm here watching Hayate the Combat Butler, and I'm like, oh yeah, this stuff is peak. And everyone else is like, what is Hayate the Combat Butler? And I'm watching like Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. I'm like, nah. I watch shonen. It's like, it's good stuff, but it's definitely not mainstream. It's very chill. Oh, it's got music from Creepy Nuts. Oh, Creepy Nuts is so good, dude. Oh, Creepy Nuts is so good. They did the openings for Don Da Don seasons 1 and 2, and as someone who is, okay, I know I say I'm hipster, but I have read the manga for some really hype stuff. Don Da Don slaps. Don Da Don rules. Yeah. It absolutely rules. And Creepy Nuts' openings, super good. Super. I think they also did the opening for Mashal. Mashal, it's a comedy series. It's just straight up, okay, Harry Potter, but instead of being a nerd wizard, he works out a lot, and it's very much One Punch Man. It is, I would say it is almost It is a little too close, if anything. But it is almost 1-to-1 just, yeah, One Punch Man. But the gimmick is that he's supposed to be a wizard this time. That's it. Which is, it's, I don't know. I enjoyed it. It's stupid. But you know, sometimes we want stupid in our life. Dawn to Dawn is amazing, though. They added a bit of a focus some people are very understandably less comfortable with in the first episode. It is there. It's part of the mythology that they're working off of. But I swear it's not the focus of the series. God, I feel like there's so many anime where you have to say that, though. Where it's like, yeah, you should watch this show. It's really good. And they go, great, I think I'll watch it now. And you go, wait! Wait! Before you watch the thing I like, I need to know, how deep in it are you? Will you be weirded out? Or can I trust you to power through something they did for no good reason before the rest of it got good? Please. Why am I looking at a Lancer build for you? Sure. I'm happy to look at a Lancer build. What you got? What you going for? Let me pop open CompCon on my monitor so that I can actually look at Lancer stuff. This tangerine isn't that good. There's a lot of really good tangerines. This one is not it, let me tell you. You never know. It's that fruit gacha. Y'all ever feel like you're rolling the fruit gacha sometimes? Where it's just like, man, some fruit is unbelievable. It's so, so, so good. And then other fruit is honestly bad. It's bad. But it's fine. It's fine. You know, if we always won the gacha, I'll argue this. If we always won the gacha, where would the spice be? You know what I mean? Where would the spice be? The challenge. It's about the challenge. That's what we thrive on. It's what fuels us. Yes. All right. I got to do a thing because so when I was troubleshooting last week when my streams were just dying, they couldn't work on Twitch. I did find out why that was. I was streaming at too high of a bit rate for Twitch. It was, in another word, my streams were too nice and too good looking. And I'm not joking. That's what Twitch couldn't handle. Yes, it is frustrating. So unfortunately YouTube side must suffer because Twitch, I don't know. They were fine with it earlier, and then at some point they just decided, this is no good. I can't handle it. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. Why you gotta be like this, Twitch? Why you gotta do this to me? Please, buddy. Please, buddy boy. Oh, well. Oh, well. But, yeah, and I see their pilot code. I gotta do some importing on CompCon. I had part of my troubleshooting involved me wiping the cookies on my internet browser, which is a good thing to do every once in a while. It is honestly good to clean things out every once in a while. But with that said, it does mean that, you know, you have to redo stuff, and it's gonna be a little bit of a pain. That's just gonna happen. That's just gonna happen. Mm-hmm. It's fine. If I did a better job making restore points on my computer, it wouldn't be a problem. If I was smart enough to actually make restore points on the computer, wouldn't be a problem, let me tell you. Oh well. It's not a big. Nah, it's not a big deal. I'm just kind of whiny. That is the honest reason. I'm just kind of whiny sometimes. But yeah. Oh, that's pretty much all I got going on right now. Well, not really. I don't know why I said that. I got a few other things we're working with. So, oh. Alright. I didn't see the Winter Scar campaign that you're using before. Oh, it's a follow-up for Solstice Rain. Neat. Very neat. But, yeah. What are we doing? Right, I was going to say, one of the things I'm focusing on right now is I'm trying to prep stuff for future streams. Trying to prep some stuff for future streams. It's been going pretty good, I think. I just gotta get more people for Vintage Story. I just gotta get more people for Vintage Story, you know? Oh, right. itch.io's stuff. Log in. That would explain it. That would explain the problems. But yeah, so I'm planning on starting a Vintage Story server, streaming a bit of Vintage Story. I don't think I really have like a goal with it. The thing with Vintage Story is it is very much a like, yeah, play it as long as you want, and when you don't want to play it, you don't. Because it's like Minecraft, right? It's a purely survival sandbox kind of game. There's absolutely no reason to feel like you have to do everything, because it doesn't really have a hard goal. You just play it. It does have story. It does have some bosses and story progression, but it's not done yet, so it's not bad, but it's not done yet. So it's like, okay, I mean, do that. You'll unlock stuff. Not a big deal. All right. So I'm prepping for that. I think that's going well. I'm doing some modless testing, trying to get things to really work out just right. Because, boy, the problem if you have items that crash the mod, right? It's too late. It's too late. If you have items in the mod that crash when someone uses it, well, you can't remove it because it's already in their inventory, right? If you do it now, you're doomed. You're done. You screwed up, kid. So that's our main struggle of me figuring that out. I'll probably, right now I'm planning on starting that next week. Oh, hold on, I gotta grab my phone. Sec. Oh. Wait. Okay, there. Okay. Well, speaking of which, done some yapping, so I'm electing to pin on the tree once again. Let me start up that timer. Let's dig around. Hold on, let's roll the dice and see what we get. We get a 5. Oh. Enough. Easy enough. Open up the items. which are not sorted well whatsoever. I tried to sort them and they did not want to go. Article 5 is another ball. My goodness, how many balls. I've been making myself smaller. Damn you, VTube Studio. Make this so difficult sometimes. Put it up high. Why? Why? How is that not on the tree? Whatever. Whatever. What am I wearing? There was an accident. There was an incident, okay? Anyways, the kids love it. The kids love it. What can I say? What can I say? They can't get enough. Make a shaft with the butt. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is a family-friendly Minecraft server, I'll have you know. I'll have you know. But yeah, beyond that, yeah, so that's going well. I am planning on putting out feelers probably tomorrow for starting a Pathfinder campaign. Okay. 2 separate sets of Pathfinder stuff is going out. Or being prepped, in that I am prepping on one side. I am prepping a Pathfinder one-shot for someone who hasn't played before. I just need to figure that out and communicate that with them. Oh, hey Mandy, how you doing? Who did the delivery person? Yeah, they made me carry the tree in by myself. It was very heavy. It was very heavy, and you know how pine trees, when you try and carry them around, the pines like dig into your skin? Yeah. We're gonna have to cut this one off. We're gonna have to cut this one off. We'll wait for the kids to leave. It'll be better that way. Anyways. So yeah, I was thinking of running Pathfinder. I'm gonna run a one-shot, or planning to run a one-shot for some folk and who aren't used to Pathfinder. They've never played it. They never played D&D at all. So I'm like, hey, I love introducing more and more people to it. But beyond that, look. It is rather rough. I'm not going to lie. It is kind of chafing a bit. It's not as good as I was hoping. Oh, well. Oh, well. Thanks for the hydrate, dear. But yeah. So I'm probably going to end up running Pathfinder soon. Even that'll probably take a couple weeks after people decide if they want to play or not. I'm shooting for roughly the same length as the Lancer. Like 2 to 3 months. Probably 3 months. 2 months is like 8 sessions. It's doable, but pretty short. Pretty short, I would say. It's tough, right? I think there's something that has to be avoided. In that when people make tabletop games, tabletop campaigns like Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Lancer, Call of Cthulhu, whatever it is, right? Call of Cthulhu actually lends itself to be shorter. But anyways, whatever it is, I think there's this tendency to want to make an epic. To have this giant overarching story, heart-wrenching twists up, crazy narrative, beautiful writing. But you gotta keep in mind that this is a game y'all and your friends touch for like 3 or 4 hours once a week at best. For many, once every 2 weeks. And when that happens, you gotta tighten down. You gotta tighten down. And I think a lot of people have stories of long campaigns that they never finish, right? Massive, cool campaigns that tragically don't ever finish. But if you do short campaigns, you can link the campaigns. They don't have to be one or the other. It's not either or. You can link them. but it provides a natural jumping in and jumping out point. It lets you say, all right, guys, we played that. How you feeling? You want to keep going? And, you know, they can make that decision. I think it works out a lot better. And, you know, it helps keep scope creep. Scope creep, the bane of all creative work. It'll doom us all. What else is there to say? Seriously, scope creep will take us all out. So, yeah, that's a Pathfinder plan. I'm thinking like we start at level 5. Still on the lower end. If it's entirely up to me, I just don't think my players would know Pathfinder well enough to handle level 10. Otherwise, oh, thanks for pinning something on the tree. Let's see. Hold on, let me roll the dice. All right. 18. Got ornament 18. All right, why are horn types showing? 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, you were one off from Goku. What a shame. You got this fireplace. You got a real ornament. And you missed out on the real prize, which is Goku. The only prize that truly matters. What a shame. We'll get him next time. Well, that wasn't Goku. How dare you? He saved the earth, and this is how you treat him. There was a deer. Dear. You got to keep pinning ornament. We got to just root through the box until you find the deer, because everything else might be on top. It might happen. It's I think it's one of the deer. It's the deer for one of those old claymation movies. For those at least some regions, there used to be. I bet they still air them. I think they're royalty free, so the networks don't have to pay. But who watches TV in them, right? But who watches aired TV anymore? But they had these old claymation movies that they would always spam on. All the networks could not spend enough time spamming these old claymation movies. And one was Rudolph, and it had like Rudolph went on an adventure and like met with a snowman, and there was a Yeti who they thought was evil but was kind of cool guy. You know, claymation kids movie stuff. Good movies though. Honestly, very good movies. Speaking of tabletop, you want to get a Fabula Ultima campaign? I mean, Fabula Ultima, everything I've heard about it sounds super cool. For those unaware, Fabula Ultima is like it's a Final Fantasy tabletop RPG. It's not necessarily Final Fantasy like 14. It's just like all Final Fantasy inspiration. Very JRPG inspired tabletop RPG. Pretty cool stuff. I've never played it. Never had the pleasure. It's always tough, right? There's always so many RPGs to play. If I were to play a new one, at the moment, it's looking like someone I know wants to try to run Daggerheart. Yeah. It's what the Critical Role guys made. TTJRPG. You're right. Can I get a Claire Obscure tabletop RPG for my TTFRPG? It's the same as Fabula Ultima, but you have to bring a baguette to the table and some coffee. You must. When you roll in that one, you must light up a cigarette and stare longingly into the smoke out the window while we play the music nice and slowly. The rules are identical, though. The rules are identical, don't get me wrong. I'd play that. I'd play that. That sounds great. It's the exact same, but all the cutscenes are in 4x3. Got the collector's edition of all the books, part of their Monster Manual Kickstarter. Oh, they didn't have a Monster Manual? That's a tough thing. That's a tough thing with those games. I think all tabletop games have this issue of content. So it's a really big challenge. How, if you're making Dungeons and Dragons, how do you make something to sell? And the answer is usually classes and monsters, because you need a lot of monsters. Because if you don't have enough monsters, it's a lot like playing Dragon Quest, like OG Dragon Quest, where there's like 10 monsters and that's it. And they're just kind of recolors of the same thing. It's boring, right? You want to fight new stuff. You want to fight cool stuff, and you need a lot of monsters to do that. Because we don't want to make the DM do it. That would suck. That would suck. It'd be miserable. Miserable. So, that's generally what you sell, because it's what people buy, right? That's what people buy at the end of the day. But beyond that, but two people buy it, right? That's why they have to do things like Kickstarter, because tabletop games are infamous for not making money, because it's a genre built on, hey man, tell a cool story around the campfire, grabbing a pizza with the boys. You know, get the friends together, tell the story and have some fun. And you realize once you get the base rules, you don't really need more than that. So you stop buying things, and then the company collapses, because it turns out when you have a really niche demographic, when you have a niche product already, you didn't have a big buying audience, and then they don't buy anything for a decade. And you're like, ah, crap. Oh, no. A big portion of the monsters, how to make monsters super easy. That's good. That's good. I like it when any game combat focused, which if it's a JRPG, yeah, it's pretty combat focused. That makes sense. I like when games have good rules for making monsters. Pathfinder has some great rules for just whipping up custom monsters. They mostly use tables. Lancer is probably my favorite. The Lancer, making enemies in Lancer is a dream, because you just take the stats, you make their appropriate level, and then you look through the list of like, this guy does his job as is, but what if I gave him the disintegration cannon? Ooh. And the players are like, what is that? And you're like, ooh, that's for me to know and you to find out, buddy. Blam, blam. The kit bashing's going slow. Ain't that the curse? Ain't that the big curse? Well. Ain't that the big curse? This is good. I'm getting all my errands done while we yap. I'm glad y'all fools can be here while everything around me falls apart. As intended. Yes. Has a whole system to make any monster into an elite, or any boss, or even a boss. That's good. That's good. And now I wonder how well it works. Honestly, it's tough. I would argue it's interesting, right? Okay. So this isn't just a tabletop question, right? What are y'all thoughts on the thesis statement? Here is the thesis I am proposing to you. You don't bosses shouldn't be one guy. You don't need the end of the story to always be a single Giga Chat. It can be all the goons. They can goon all over you, and it makes for a better fight. I think most of the time, in most games, this is the case. At least games that are turn-based or any kind of game where you control a group of people. It should be group on group for the most satisfying play. Because bosses have this issue when it's one guy, based on the game, of the players just ground and pounding them. If crowd control is good, if status effects and crowd control is good in almost any turn-based game or any group player game, you just stun the shit out of the boss. It's not even close. Yeah, I recommend not doing single boss fights. Exactly, right? It's good. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know if it'd be an ultimate system. Maybe they can avoid a lot of the challenges. Or the alternative, though, is you get the Pathfinder bosses, where if you make a boss that's super high level and you're like, all right, this guy's super Chad, he's like 4 levels above the party, and then the party goes, everything we did just bounced the fuck off, and then he crumpled the fighter like a tin can, and you look and you realize, mathematically speaking, that's what it means for one guy to be as strong as 4 heroes. Because it just has to. He doesn't get more actions. He just has to be him. And it turns out fighting him is not very fun. Lancer has the ultras, which are pretty good. I find most ultras aren't actually that dangerous, but that's just because the players in Lancer are unbelievably strong. They're super strong, but they aren't supposed to fight like one thing. So, you know. Alright, can let's do a huge boss, multiple enemies, where limbs are enemies. Yeah. Having multiple enemies is almost always just better in a game design sense. Because it makes the feeling of progression. The problem with hit points in almost any game that I use them, that they're very binary, because a character at 1 HP is usually equally as strong as a character at full HP. So it's just the boss is just annihilating you, and it feels like you're doing nothing until they just fall over from a heart attack, and you're like, oh, okay, we did it, yay. Which, to be fair, is incredibly on brand for most JRPGs. I lived through the PS2 JRPG era. Some of those bosses were bad, man. Some of those bosses are you having 3 characters heal and like try to keep everyone up, and one guy just kind of slaps the boss repeatedly for like 20 turns, and then the boss goes, I'm dead, and you're like, alrighty then, we did it. Also depends if it's theater of the mind or virtual tabletop. Yeah. They have a half HP system. Let's go. Look there. You don't know what it was like playing Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars. It was peak. It was peak, I'm telling you. You don't know. Oh. Time to pin another ornament. While we rant about Super Mario RPG, baby. You did it, dear. You rolled an 18. You know what that means? That means it's the same roll, which means we go down 1. So you get the best gift of all for Christmas. You get the spirit of the season, the reason we are all gathered here today. That's right. Son Goku. You get Son Goku, which goes where he belongs. Whoops. Which goes exactly where he belongs. Over our hearts. Because where else? Where else would one put Son Goku? Don't worry, maybe you'll get a deer next time. Does the build good? I haven't looked at it yet. I may have forgotten. I imported it. I think. No, I did not. I swear. I swear I'm good at this. Maybe. Kind of? Not really. I swear I know what I'm doing. Occasionally. On rare occasion. Oh god, you put the code somewhere. There it is. I think I found it again. Doop doop doop. Alright. Dang it. That's not. There we go. Oh. Wait. What? Operation Winter Scar is not in there. Okay. Why is Winter Scar not in there? I thought I had that one. I thought I had that one. Oh, I thought I owned you. Winter Scar. Scar, baby, hop, hop. Winter Scar, baby. No, I definitely downloaded these. I definitely uploaded the JSON. Was it? Well, I'm confused. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't get the Winter Scar JSON. I got the NPC side of the JSON, not the player's side. Oh, there it is. It was over there in a different button. Of course it was. Of course it was. All right, now I can check it out. All right. Fabula and Ultima. Wow. Are you telling me that the hit game Fabula Ultima, now with free trial up to level 70 and the Ultima expansion on the Fabula system, with unlimited play time, has both Fabula and Ultima within it? Crazy. That sounds cool. Meta points for both players and villain get limited effects. Okay. That's good. That sounds good. I know Daggerheart did something similar, where you can give the villain points and they like power up or something. I don't know. We discussed that earlier, where it's a good way to help give the players more like control. Let the players do crazy things, but you gotta limit it, right? You gotta let the villains do crazy things. Once again, limit it. A big advantage, huge advantage of that, I would say. Sorry, I accidentally sucked up a seed with my straw. A huge advantage of that is that it creates a sense of fairness and symmetry. Players want to feel like enemies work on the same systems as they do. It feels more fair. But they don't need to. You know, I kind of want to be a little bigger. There we go. They don't need to use the same system. So when you name the systems differently, you can have hero and villain points, or Fabula and Ultima points in this case, do different things. Like, I'm guessing the villain points are honestly more narratively impactful than hero points. But because you still spend a point, it is recognizable and feels a lot more fair. Feels a lot more fair for both sides. You know? All right. What do you got here? Pegasus, Gilgamesh, Hydra. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Oh. Yeah. As long as they do different things, that's what matters in the end. Very much so. Hold on, let me check this out real fast here. You're rocking a Pegasus. Okay. Oh, Pegasus is a very good frame. Very useful. Rocking a fuel rod gun. A super thermal blade is a main melee. Interesting. So, what does this super thermal blade do? Okay, applies a little enemy heat damage. Is otherwise kind of an unimpressive melee, but you can spend a charge to do bonus heat. Interesting. So it helps heat you up when you use it. Okay. But it is AP. Okay. Sure. And you're using a super heavy Legion Nexus. Interesting. Super heavy Legion, huh? Yep, so after you fire it, which is 3d6 damage, and you can deploy subalterns. The subalterns become a drone. The drone, this is Lancer, by the way, that I'm looking at. And the drone, you can move around and order them to either give you a bonus to hit on the enemy or potentially knock the enemy prone and give your allies cover. That is pretty nice. However, I gotta say, that is a pretty brutal, like, you got all of your weapons are limited, and that seems pretty brutal. I'm not entirely sure if you benefit from being a Pegasus with this loadout. I don't know if you benefit necessarily from being a Pegasus in particular with this loadout, because it's hard on limited weapons, which almost wants me to say you should be a Horus mech. Or not Horus, you should be a Harrison Armory mech, because Harrison Armory loves big engineering and big heat capacity. So while you would lose out on the lock-on and support of Horus, to me it would make more sense to go big on the guys who love consumables in the first place. I don't know. The Beulah points, so for Beulah Ultima. The Beulah points can be used narratively, and the players get new points while the villains can't. Okay. I do like that, and that's a thing. I think it's really important to encourage players to get into the system, to encourage players to really learn the world they're in and to create, because tabletop games are at their core a collaborative experience. If you're in a world where you can't collaborate, if you can't create things together, that's less of a tabletop game. And more of just, how to say, that's a book. And I've played in a campaign like that where the GM had basically written a book. They had actually made their own game and were, making their own game, and were essentially recreating the events and story of it, which is fine. I knew it was the case. I knew it when I signed up, so it's okay. But as I played through, I did find that I was like, man, I don't need to be, if that makes sense. Like, there isn't actually a reason for me to be here, because nothing I do matters, and I just don't need to be in this story. And that kind of sucked. So having aspects to say, hey, you can do things to change the story at all times, as long as you spend a resource that's good, and making it a limited resource in its own way, well, thank you for the stretch, can be really powerful because it helps, how to say, it helps encourage players to do it, but to do it with meaning. Because when you spend a resource, it's when you spend something to do something, there's more of an expectation that you're allowed to do it. Because if you play like Pathfinder, right? Yeah, you can make stuff up. You can add things to the story. You should clear it with your game master first, obviously. But you can absolutely be like, oh yeah, my character knows a guy that he's part of this guild in the city. But the game master's, you know, cool. and you're cool and not going crazy. Thanks for the hydrate, frog. Oh, and thanks for the pin. All right. As long as, you know, y'all are cool, that's easy to deal with, right? That's easy to deal with. Because the game master's going to be like, oh, sick. I don't have to do all the world building. They're doing effort and they'll know details. But when it's a limited resource the players have, they'll feel much more encouraged to do it. All right, ornaments. And I'll roll the d20. 17. Ooh. Interesting. Oh, you got it, deer. Congrats. 17 is, in fact, the deer. From that one claymation that I don't remember. from that one thing that I do not, by any circumstance, remember. But I know it existed. I know it was real. Okay. Congrats, the deer is here. That was a surprisingly good luck. Honestly, there's a lot of ornaments there. Popping the 17, just getting it like that. Nice. Nice. Well done. Well done. And I'm glad that deer can now grab a plate of food and return upstairs and ignore the whole party for the next 6 hours. As is tradition. As is Christmas tradition. Man, any of y'all ever see? Okay. A lot of people, I mean, let's be honest, you're watching a stream on the internet. Chances are non-zero it was you. But, a lot of people, you know, you have family, friends over, and you're like, I don't want to deal with this. I'm staying in my room. But eventually you go, just because I'm right doesn't mean I gotta call you out. No. Now, you know what? And as I was just saying, you know what? We're going to call you out. And not only that, when you get really hungry in a couple hours and you come down to grab a plate of food, everyone in the party, all the adults, well, not the adults, all the old people, they're all going to stop talking and like lean back in their chair and look at you in unison. And, one of them's just gonna go, wow, glad you decided to join us. Oh, the music cut out too. Oh, that was so perfect. Even the music stopped. And you'll just be like, as you feel your soul fade away because they couldn't just let you integrate normally. Seriously. Why do people do that? It's like, do you want them to join you or do you want to be a dick about it? Apparently, we're going to pick option B. Option D. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at you coming out of the cave for once. Ah! And like, back in the cave you go. Yo, you're halfway there. Nice. See, good progress. Good progress. I mean, I feel like that's pretty fast. I feel like that's fast. Where Sir Dermot, no, I'm not joining you. I'm just grabbing food. Sorry. I'm busy. You just go. They're like, what? They're so rude. Your child said the most heinous thing to me at the party. Can you believe that? You need to take away their Nintendo. It's ruining the kids. Oh my god. It's my right to be a terrible aunt, and you can't stop me. How dare you assume you have power over me, wizard? Why? What? Okay. I don't know why. But my brain just like conjured the cursed image of yassified Saruman speaking through a yassified King Theoden from Lord of the Rings. Like at Gandalf, like, oh my god, wizard. You have no power here, Gandalf. So cringe. Why? Why? That's horrible. But I mean, I don't know, like maybe. I mean, maybe there's something to that. You want a fun random? You know what? Y'all get a fun random fact for Christmas. So, y'all, Lord of the Blink. Yeah, you're right. Lord of the Preps. God, and the ring is it's just Mean Girls. Oh no, it's just turning back into Mean Girls, where the ring is the book of like hot goths. You have to destroy it before it's revealed to the whole school. If Saruman the Bitchy gets their hands on the Book of Hot Goss, the world will ban Frodo. Bro, it's just like, I'm a freshman. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Why am I developing this more? Why am I workshopping this horrifying idea? I know why. I've been playing Total War recently. So, Total War Attila, which is an interesting game, kind of cursed, kind of good at the same time, but a total conversion mod, a fan-made total conversion mod came out, and y'all best be real cool about it. Keep it on the down low. But it is a Lord of the Rings total conversion mod, so you can play a full Total War game in Lord of the Rings, and it's the coolest thing. Oh, it's the best. Oh, it's the coolest thing. Let me tell ya, it rules. Absolutely kicks ass. Oh, it's super good. It's super good. And yeah, I don't know. Team Total Warrior hyped for the 40k one. Yeah, I know a lot of people are super hyped for that. I am interested. I really want to see where it goes. I'm glad we get Imperial Guardsmen and Orcs. I mean, we all knew Orcs would be in it because they have all of the Orc assets already. 100% Orcs to play, like Orcs in fantasy, near identically. Because guess what? Orcs in tabletop are just Orcs in fantasy. They're the same faction. They're really not very different. So it's going to be that. And I like Orcs. I also like Imperial Guard. I'm just never going to touch Space Marine. I am concerned every expansion pack is going to be faction for the Space Marines to beat up versus Space Marine Chad, and Space Marines get all the content. And it's like, wow, it really is like Warhammer 40k. Wow. Do you know the Tau have like 20 client species and like 2 of them have models? I'm just saying. Like, bruh. Speaking of, can't wait for Tau in Warhammer 40k. Because we'll get to watch nerd rage, salty nerd tears of people trying to play Space Marines and complaining that when they walk into 800 plasma rifles, their Space Marines die. They're like, no, my guy should be invincible. This is bullshit. Like, yeah, good. The Tau firing line continues. You want to play Necrons? Yo, Necrons would be sick, though. Total War Necrons. I do love me some Bone Boys. Necrons are so cool. They're so cool. And they're really fun almost in any game where you can play them. Speaking of which, make sure, Idacella, if you weren't aware, look up for Mechanicus 2. Mechanicus 2, which is not out yet, but it is an XCOM style strategy game where you play as, well, the Mechanicus, the crazy engineer cult of humanity. But in the second one, you can play a second campaign where you play as the Necrons. So that'll probably be a ton of fun. That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. So anyways, that's pretty much why my brain's been on hard Lord of the Rings recently. It's a mix of like Lord of the Rings vintage story and it's a weird mix of Lord of the Rings vintage story and brain. brain and Pathfinder stuff. Those are really the things I've been thinking on a lot. I've been playing okay, I booted up Sleeping Dogs. I got Sleeping Dogs for like $3 on the Steam sale, and it's bad because I know my friends all bought me a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff, and yet I'm booting up Sleeping Dogs because I've never played it. I'm just like, open world trash. I miss it sometimes. It's beautiful. I don't know why. I don't know why I liked it so much, but hey, man. Hey, man. I do. I do. That. All right. So, I don't know. I hope y'all's holidays went pretty well. Brain cut off. End of thought process. I don't know where else I'm going with this. I don't really know where else I'm trying to go with this, frankly. Okay, I am happy the gimmick worked. Well, did it? Did the stream gimmick work? Did it really? Did it really? Not really. It kind of broke. It all broke because I overlooked a minor thing and I was like, oh, I don't actually know how to solve this, and the solution was bad. Damn you, green screen. Oh. It's funny to me how green is such an underused color. And I think it will stay an underused color. Right? I think it will stay a continually underused color for the simple reason that why would you use green in any kind of media, right? When you're creating, when you're costuming, even when you're designing for fashion, want to go onto media, everything gets green screen nowadays. So green is really hard to use as a color because people are using screen. Now, like, how to say, beyond that, it's, I don't know, I know there are other kinds of screens. There are other colors of screens that are functional, but really about the green screen. Let's not lie. Yo, 6 more. Yay, that's good progress. See, that was easy. But yeah, I've been playing Sleeping Dogs. I don't know. There's things where I'm like, should I stream this? Or do I just play it for myself? You know what I mean? It's a thing where it's easy to be like, oh, you should stream everything generic. But in reality, I shouldn't. Because that, my friends, how you burn out. That is how you burn out really, really fast and easy. That's how you burn out fast and easy. And you gotta keep some hobbies for yourself at the end of the day, or you'll go insane. I mean, I got Final Fantasy Tactics. I got the Final Fantasy Tactics remake, which, ooh, I can't wait to play that. That is definitely not a stream game. Boy, is that not a stream game by any measure whatsoever. But it is a cool game. You know what I mean? It is a really cool game. So it's got that going. It does have that going for it. God, but it's like, I was like, should I play this? And it's voice acted down. I'm like, dude, this is a slow turn-based grid RPG that's 1,000,000 hours long. I'm like, okay. Okay, maybe we play that on our own. Maybe we play that one on our own. Then we'll play Vintage Story, which I will just play forever because it's okay. It's not Minecraft. It's not Minecraft. It's similar, but it's not. And it's not a Minecraft killer. It's actually Minecraft, but Eurojank. It's Eurojank Minecraft. That's what it is, damn it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think we'll enjoy it. I'll start it next week. That's when I'm planning on getting it up. We just need to do some RAM testing and stuff. Make sure the server won't implode when I let players loose on it. Make sure I won't just have a RAM meltdown. And then it'll be good. And I hope people enjoy it. They're all going to die in the winter. They're all going to starve to death and freeze to death when winter comes. I can't wait. I will be very unhelpful. I will be busy doing unhelpful things. Yeah. Yeah. Eurojank. Yeah, exactly. I love Eurojank. That's why I played through all of Stock. God, can I just say, oh, that actually reminds me, I have not done any prep for my anniversary. We're going to have our 2nd year streaming anniversary soon in about a month. Less than a month. It's like 3 weeks. Fuck. It's like 3 weeks. Oh, I don't have anything for that. Do I even do something? Probably should. I just don't have anything. Hell yeah. I don't know. This year is interesting. I feel like things went really well and really, really bad. Right? Because the first year of streaming is literally me going, I think I'm going to stream. Bottom text. My life has crashed out. It's time to stream. Fuck it. I'm going to do what I want for a change. And as you'd expect, very little happened. Till the end. Satisfactory really popped off. Let me tell you, that thing put me on the map. And obviously, making videos for Pathfinder, which I do not make enough of. I'm decently far into Pathfinder videos, into Investigator. I just need to do recording work and Investigator's build guide, and editing, which will take hours. But the Investigator build guide should be pretty much done. I'm looking forward to that. It should be fairly easy. It's mostly Arcane Archer. It's Investigator's build guide is mostly, hey man, here's some cool archetypes. I recommend Arcane Archer. What Investigator feats? No, those things are garbage. Don't take them. It's really sad how bad Investigator's feats are. I'm not gonna lie. Just do a 5-minute stream. I turn on stream, have a disco ball, and go woo. Why are your ideas better than mine? Damn it, the fools are better at this than I am. That's really funny. I might do that. Or just make it a video. Honestly, I could just do a video. It doesn't have to be a stream. Anyways, what I was saying is, I think the start of the year was a little slow, stream-wise. Mostly because I'm playing games that I love, but aren't popular. Or, well, don't do well on YouTube. And, like, anyways, what I was saying is, holy crap, how did I manage to stream through all of Stalker 2? It's incredible that I beat that game. I adore Stalker. Stalker 2 is busted, dude. That game is jank. And I love Eurojank, but oh my god, it's Eurojank out the ass. Oh man. Oh man, the performance on launch was so bad. It was so bad, dude. Holy cow. Bruh. Great game. I've tried 2 new playthroughs in my off time. Both of them failed. Let me tell you, both playthroughs did not work out because I got hard locked on a dude getting stuck in a door in a room in an area where you can't fight and there's only one exit. Twice. Same guy, same door. Woo. Stalker. Wow, Stalker. So fun. It's so jank, bro. But yeah. In the mid-year, honestly, things were going pretty good, but we lost like 4 months to my computer melting down. That was fun. No, it wasn't. That was fun. And after that, things went well. After that, things have gone great. So I'd say we got a good 6 months of streaming out. You need to have like a save timeline. Yeah, it's on me for not cycling saves like a little psychopath. I really need to cycle saves like a complete fucking lunatic when I play Eurojank. But yeah, anyways, that's why we're going to start a vintage story server. It's Eurojank Minecraft with an extreme focus on realism. Speaking of which, I should probably say that part in my cell to people. Probably say that part in my cell to people. I wrote it up really fast before I started stream. Like, it's this thing. I think it's where it's like, hey, why do you call things Eurojank? It's because games from Eastern Europe, not necessarily Eastern Europe, but like a lot of games from Europe, they're often made on a fairly low budget, so they're kind of buggy and they don't feel amazing, which is okay. It's totally fine. We all love these games despite that, because they so often, bizarrely often, have an obsession, a deep obsession with doing it right. With like, no. That's not how it works in real life. Instead of gamifying mechanics, I'm going to make you do the thing for real. That's vintage story to Minecraft. It's literally, it started as a Minecraft mod that essentially went out and went, okay. We're going to do this for real. Yeah, exactly. We're going to do some vintage story streaming in next week. That's why I'm hoping to start it. Of like, make an axe? No. Put rocks together and start napping. And like, I want you to physically hit the pixels off of the rock to form an axe head. And it's like, dude, why? But it's peak. I don't know. It's really fun. The fact that you have to do it means when you get better tools, you're like, yeah, baby, I know how to make iron, which it turns out is a very complex process in real life. And it's kind of a pain in the ass. Who knew? It doesn't just come out as a bar. That's crazy. This is why bronze, my beloved, it does come out as a bar in real life. As you pour it in a mold. Yeah. But yeah, that's a big part of the plan. Oh, that reminds me. I was considering doing a one-off stream. Maybe a couple of, I don't know. We'll have to see. Hold on, let me check time to beat. Time to beat is a streamer's best friend, by the way. If you ever want to stream a game, your best friend is the website Time to Beat, or How Long to Beat. It's How Long to Beat, which just says, hey man, how long does it take to beat a game? Because if a game is long, it's like, dude, I can't keep up. But if a game is short, if it's like 2 or 3 streams, it's like, bro, maybe I can do that. Maybe I can fit that. Ooh, 8.5 hours to 12 hours. Ooh, I can do that in like 3 or 4 streams. Yeah, I might. Oh, all right, this might be a stream game after all. This might be pretty good. All right, so I was gonna play a jank game called Deliver at All Costs, which is you are a delivery boy in the 1960s America, and you are just, well, you need to deliver items really fast. And I'm just saying, casualties are not important in an isometric driving physics game. And I'm like, yeah, this looks dumb. This is exactly what I signed up for, baby. This is what I signed up for, baby. Yeah. Oh, frame's done. Congrats, EJ. Well done, well done. Proud of you, son. Proud of you. I don't know what a frame is, but I'm proud of you. Wow. Ooh, this is unrelated, but the trading card game I play every once in a while, Grand Archive, looks like they're having a big stream right now, and they announced a multiplayer casual format. Good. I've been considering multiplayer formats in the game because right now it only has one-on-one, and I'm always like, I don't quite know how to make this work. I don't quite know how to make this work for multi. Good. Hell yeah, let's go. All right. Oh, and it's singleton. Oh, it's multiplayer Commander. Interesting. Well, it's not Commander, but okay. Cool. Good to know. All right then. Well, that is neat. All right, I'll have some Grand Archive stuff to look at after the stream. Ooh, if I look at it now, I'll have to read cards, which will of course take too much brain power. Because as everyone knows, card game players cannot read. Mathematically impossible. We can't read. It can't be done. Speaking of can't be done, you know what can be done? Let's pin another thing on the tree. Just for funsies, because it comes up in my mind. 8. Why 8? Didn't we already get 8? I feel like we keep getting the same number. Is my dice bad? Is my dice no good? I can't even put the bacon on? I put the butter on because I chose it. All right, that's green snow. Okay, it kind of blends in with the rest of the bowl. I'm not gonna lie. It's fine. Go here. Whatever. It's okay, I guess. But yeah, so yeah. I do want to do more Grand Archive stuff on the channel. It's budget, right? So, and that's part of the problem. If I'm playing vintage, or if I'm running a vintage story with some folks, I'm playing that every once in a while. If I'm running a Pathfinder camp, that's already 2 streams in the week, right? I don't have to vintage story every week, but I'm not gonna lie, I really like vintage, probably going to do that. That's already streamed out of the week. I try not to stream more than 3 times because there was a period when I was streaming, and yet that was too much. I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I had fun. That was too much. And we are playing through Factorio, which is doing Gangbuster. And it's a pretty fun game. I do like me some Factorio. So in that sense, I'm like, well, if we're doing Factorio, that's our third. I think we're done, right? I'm kind of capped out. I'm locked in, which sucks because it's hard to fit in Grand Arc. That reminds me, I need to go do some scheduling with. I need to go do some scheduling to figure out my next Grand Archive stream and figure out when to lock that in, and then I need to decide what deck. My next Grand Archive stream, a fun little idea I had. They'll teach me your deck. My idea is I'll bring people on, and their goal, and both players' goal, is to give the other player their deck. You hand your deck to the other person, and then you see a fun thing. You know? It's the idea of like, hey man, we're both gonna play. And bring a deck that you love, but is simple enough that you think the other person stands a chance of succeeding while you try and succeed with their deck. You know, this is the way to get people to see other decks. I think it'll be a good time. At least. All right. But. Oh yeah, I was Lancer. Yeah, I think it's interesting. Have a lot of consumables, which screams to me maybe you play Harrison Armory, so you can take the core power for more consumables. I do think having a thermal blade, a Legion Nexus, and a fuel rod gun leaves you very close range, which does not necessarily mesh with the Pegasus. Pegasus is not that tough of a mech. Its evasion is like okay, but it's really intended to be more mid-range in artillery. And this is for EJ, by the way. It's intended to be more mid-range in artillery and design, and play at close range, but it might be a little tough. I would personally, if I'm close range, I personally would prefer a mech with at least 1 point of armor, or just go with the classic GMS Everest. Boring, but praised be his. Because if you get parts blown off you, it's so much cheaper to heal them. Unfortunately, one of the big weaknesses of our boy, the Pegasus, is has very few repairs. He's an artillery mech. He's not a ton of damage. Looking at your systems, you have utility drones, which are pretty cool. They're pretty cool. It's a nice debuff and buff thing. But you yourself don't threaten tons of saves. Like your main weapon isn't really a saving throw. So I'm like, I don't know how much you benefit from the utility drones. If your allies threaten saves, hell yeah, go get them. You have Puppet Master from Hydra, of course. Personalizations, because you had a spare point. And spear charges, which due to more consumables, yet more consumable, to fire and anti-armor. Ah, that's your saving throw. I see, you're trying to fire a AP save as essentially a full action. Or you can deploy a payload. Interesting. Time a hostile character moves next to the landmine. The payload launches itself at them. Oh, and they take 6 damage. But since you're Pegasus, wait. Pegasus is a trait. By the way, I know everything, which means you can instead guarantee AP damage. That's not bad. That's not bad. But with this many consumables, this many being thrown out, I'm almost saying maybe Iskander would work better than Pegasus. If you're not using the Pegasus system, Iskander would be sexy. Because I played with an Iskander last campaign, and that dude is crazy. Yes. Partially. Absolutely. Question is, you're trying to go for something with system. Iskander would do fine in that regard, and would even be hard taking the Gilgamesh. So you could just take the extra system. He is good at limited system. If you go with the Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh? Yeah, you are. I know you didn't like its traits as much. Feel like go with. Just because the +1 charge on equipment when everything you're using is, well, something that is charge based makes a lot of sense to me. You don't necessarily need it though. Gilgamesh. Very mid. It's a mid frame. Good heat capacity. Okay heat capacity. Oh, it's pretty. And one arm adds up. Really dumb. Loadout die. Can use a limited charge, reduce the loadout die by 1, and you set it to roll. That's kind of sexy. Loadout die is kind of. Question is, dwarf. As a passive, so once per scene as a free action, you may regain half your health or restore a destroyed system. Don't use this. You may instead regain all your health for free. I think you should go Gilgamesh. That's really good. That's if you want to get in and be a close range character, I think the extra healing and close range combat and the extra healing and armor will 100% serve you better than the Pegasus's Omni. Omnigun's main advantage is almost entirely for picking off grunts and damaging weak visible enemies, which isn't necessarily what you. Oh, and thanks for the pin, y'all. Wow. So in that case, is off cooldown. So let's see what we roll. Let's see what we roll. Another 8? Are you serious? I'm re-rolling. No. I'll honor it. I'll honor it. White gold lace. We already. Wait, hold on. Do that one? We did do white. Wait. 2 of them. There's 2 of them. No, we did crystal gold lace. Ugh. Fine. Yeah, it is a little different. Fine. Low balance. Let's put it here. There we go. Good enough. What am I talking about? We were discussing Lancer. One of the fools wanted to see if their Lancer build was up to snuff and how it would perform. However, I will say, if you're going Pegasus, if you want the Pegasus, I would probably say try and fit it in a smart gun. I think the smart gun is so core to smart guns or auto guns, which you're not going to level 3, but it is just so core to what Pegasus is as a system. The alternative would just be to play Hydra. Go Hydra 2 or Hydra 3, which would give you... It's kind of awkward on the super heavy mount. It is awkward for the super heavy weapon. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Gilgamesh seems really good for your max consumable build. Gilgamesh and Iskander both seem excellent as choices. And I think they're both pretty dang good systems. What should I switch Peggy with? At that point, you're going maximum consumables. I would just consider more Harrison Armory, perhaps. Or if you want Lessons of the Held Image for the free lock-ons, which, while good, what's your sensors? 10? You're getting in close anyways with Gilgamesh. And that is a tough one. But instead of just what you should switch, I want you to describe to me how you see yourself fighting. If you were in an episode of Gundam, how do you fight and what are you trying to do? And then I can describe what you should probably do to help make that happen. And hey, Peril, that's right. We had a terrible accident, but don't tell the kids, they aren't aware yet. I can't get this off. They'll just pin some, we're making the best of it. That's what the holiday is about. The holiday is about making the best of when your attempt at everyone being a happy family goes horribly, horribly wrong because you invited that uncle. You know the one. That one. Every time. It's a mistake every time, I'm telling you. What am I even doing? I look at the Harrison Armory and I'm like, interesting. I remember how good some of these mechs are, but also how hard it is to fit in their functionalities. Oh well, that's Lancer stuff. I would stream it more, but it's really hard to stream Lancer stuff, I'm not gonna lie. At least like looking at it, because it's like this is information dense, bruh. This is dense. I don't know, man. What are we gonna do? It's too much. It's too much. We'll never survive it. We'll never survive it. Oh well. Oh well. All right. Well, that song's kind of funky. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of dig this one. Thank you, Valhalla soundtrack. God, they'll just... One day, I can lie to myself and say Nirvana will come out, the sequel visual novel. That shit's never coming out, dog. Oh, that shit's never coming out. We all know it. Oh, Valhalla's so good, though. Heck, I'd stream it, but I'm not going to, because I'm not reading an entire thing. The day will be right for... No, the day it comes out is the day after I perish. One day after I perish. That's how it be. But, like, I don't know. Got a lot going on. So, Factorio, though, I was thinking about Factorio. The streams have been going well. I think I'm making really good progress. It's crazy that we're like 7 streams in. Does not feel like that. But I know that as long as we use our resources well, I think outside of needing a ungodly number of red control chips, I think beyond that, we're actually doing really good. In that, like, I don't know if... I think we'll be able to beat the game at a good rate. I don't know that we will. I mean, I don't even have nuclear power yet, but... Base Factorio is not insanely long. Right? You can go insanely long, but it's not insanely long. So the question is, what do we do? Yeah, it's not, it's doable, right? We're like maybe halfway through. God, we're only halfway. Oh well, we're doing good. But the question is, do we do the DLC? Do we play the DLC? That's the funny thing, is almost every person asks immediately, oh, are you doing Space Age? And I always go, I mean, we have it. But I'm thinking, like, it's a funny factory image where someone's connecting an electric kettle to a shower pipe. Yeah, that sounds about right. But if the base game takes us like 50, 60 hours and the DLC is that 3 more times, in which case I'm like, okay, maybe we'll come back to it. But, dude, you know, like, just give time to share with you. If you'd like, you can put it in our Discord. I think my bot is still broken. Hold on. Let me check. I don't know why Streamlabs. You're supposed to say the Discord link. There's a Discord link in the description of the channel and the description of our YouTube doobly-doo. If you scroll down, if you're on phone, you have to boot that up. Yeah, it's supposed to pop up in chat. That'd be real swell. I don't know. All my bots broke. I just don't care enough to fix it. Honestly, I just don't care enough. What can I say? Many such cases. Yeah, Space Age is like 100 hours, looks like. 100 minimum. At which point I am like, oh, with stream tax and learning, oh god. Ah, jeez, ah, man, ah, jeez, ah, man. That's probably too much. Yeah, we'll probably take a break once we beat Base Factorio, and at that point move on to, like, I don't know, we'll come back to it when the time is right. Maybe Blue Sky. You can also put it in Blue Sky if you don't want to do Discord. That works too. You can always at me on Blue Sky, and I'll see it there. Happy to see it. Happy to see it. I really need to work on my Blue Sky. I don't know. I don't know social media. I'm so boomer. I have friends with like cool Insta accounts and not Insta. What's the other one? The other picture one. God, I don't even know. The name isn't even popping up in my mind. It's the one cosplayers use. That doesn't help. Can't find the Discord link. Hold on, let me take a look. It should be there. It should be there, but I've been wrong before. Snapchat? Maybe Snapchat. High five? I don't even know what that one is. Oh god. I feel so old. Oh yeah, it is under socials in the description. It is there. It's in the middle of the pack. But I should probably, I haven't redone that in a million years. I gotta redo stuff. I wrote all this stuff like 2 years ago when I was starting out, and it's like, I guess I'll do this. I don't know how to do this. It's not a big deal. Maybe that's what I'll treat myself to for the New Year's. I'll actually make a raid message. No, I won't. No, I won't. It's been 2 years. I'm never making a raid message. I'm never making a raid message. Oh well. Well, and I can't really make a raid message until I get my bots working. I was going to. It's distribution, but not the homepage. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I gotta work on that stuff anyways. What for me when they told you it was for meeting people? Ugh, meeting people on social media, horrifying. I'm just here to check in on friends. I don't know how to talk. God, no. I can't do that. You crazy? All right, but yeah. So what else was I saying? Right, Factorio. We're probably going to cut that short. Probably going to cut that a little bit short. Oh, now we did get 2 rolls on the pin. So the cooldown, I think, has more or less worn off at this point. I do think our cooldown has more or less worn off. So let's go ahead, get that rocking again, and we can get our other pin going. All right. Not something with an 8 in it. That's all I want. That's all I ask for. 1, uno. Oh, we're finally getting the bacon. We're finally getting the bacon. Thank God. Bacon. Look, it's like bedazzled. Most of these were legally ethically sourced from Amazon. So like, you know, we're gonna hang the bacon off the candy cane. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. But yeah, so I think things are going fairly well. I do say things are going fairly well. I think we'll probably take a break on Factorio after we beat the base game, and then come back later with fresh eyes. Granted, that also means there'll be eyes going, what the fuck is going on? What was I building? But that's okay. That's okay. Too much will burn out. That is how I felt after beating Satisfactory. I like Satisfactory. Goku, where? I do like Satisfactory, but it took too damn long. Streaming solo when I didn't know anything, it was a great experience, but it took too dang long to beat, dog. Even a little co-op, even a little more co-op would have helped a lot, let me tell ya. Let me tell ya. It was rough. Yeah, who the hell built this? You. My God. Who gave this dumbass a license? Me every time someone tries to look at my drawings in real life. They're like, why did you do it this way? And I go, oh, I don't know. Oh, pin. Well, we're on a 4-minute cooldown, so you have to wait, Sriracha. You have to wait. You gotta go get some pie while we wait. We can't use all the ornaments at once. Seriously, these things are like really heavy. Goku weighs like 1,000 pounds, I swear. Like he's got rocks in his clothes or something. Man, Dragon Balls are weird. How it is, God, like Dragon Ball. The Dragon Ball Z, right? Not base Dragon Ball ended. Dragon Ball Z, where Goku's an adult. Talk about a series that was not at any point built to last. By which I mean, you actually look at early Dragon Ball. It's like, oh, well, they added aliens. It can go as far as they want. Did you know, canonically in Dragon Ball, in their universe, there's like 8 habitable planets. All the rest got blown up. So, like, where are all these aliens coming from? What? Like Frieza was the biggest dog until they fought God and Boo? And apparently some robots a guy made in his... Like some cyborgs a guy whipped up in his garage, which were stronger than Frieza somehow. Like Toriyama, God bless his heart, he kept that rolling. He kept Dragon Ball rolling, but it really was a constant run of like, random bullshit go. Random bullshit go. I don't know. What's Goku gonna do? Turn more blonde? Yeah, what they did with all the talking animals. So, fun fact, Peril. Have a fun Dragon Ball fact. They're not talking animals. Canonically, Dragon Ball, every animal person is a human. They're just normal humans. The reason that they are animals is because it's trendy. It's because they invented, I think it was like Capsule Corps invented some kind of medication or something that turns you into an animal person. And it's trendy to take them, which is why the animals go away after a while, because it's not trendy anymore. Even though the original reason you have animal people is because Dragon Ball is just Journey to the West. Dragon Ball is just yet another adaptation of the all-time bona fide classic Journey to the West. That's why Goku is just Sun Wukong. He hangs out with a pig and an ox king, because it's Journey to the West. It's kind of wacky, but like, God, it's an incredible Dragon Ball story. It's unbelievable. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. People love Dragon Ball. That's good, right? That's okay. That's good. But like, dang. At least JoJo like resets every once in a while. Quite often, in fact. Well, not often. Quite a few. Where they just go, all right, story's done. We're just starting over somewhere else. You know, we're going to Italy. Screw it. We're going to Italy. Let's go meet some people there. And you're like, oh, thank God. Because just, man, how many power-ups can Goku have, dog? It's ridiculous. I think it's probably a lot of long-running problem, a lot of long-running. Like, dude, we want a bigger villain. I need a bigger bad guy. A hero. It even like that. Some of my favorite action series, some of my favorite shows are ones where that isn't a problem. Either because, like, say, Thunderbolt Fantasy, my GOAT, the greatest of all time, I love. Thunderbolt Fantasy, our protagonists are already badasses from the get-go. They don't really get stronger. They're just him. Just him. And we get bigger and bigger enemies, but he just continues to be him. And he's like, I mean, I can still kind of finish the rainbow yet. It's true. We ain't there yet. But, like, I don't know. I think the sliding number of shonen series that go too long really hurt them on a quality. That's why they all burn out, right? They go for so long, they succeed, and it causes them to largely, the mangaka, them as in the creators, they kind of burn out. Except for One Piece. One Piece is eternal. That's it. It's just, hey man, all these shonen, they get kind of edgy. They don't know where to go at some points. Except for One Piece. One Piece always knows what it's doing. It always knows what it's about. Your rule one of One Piece. Your series you are making is not One Piece. All right. So, hold on. Let me look at the GIF you made. Oh, that's a cool character GIF. Yo, that's a sick character. I like it. That's a nice looking cloth. God, you were animating cloth? No wonder you were suffering. Cloth animations take forever, dog. Reminds me that a lot of cloth once. Oh my God, I forgot that announcement. So they announced One Piece, which has been like weekly airing for decades, is changing to a seasonal format. So they will have more time in between airing and less filler. Which means one, the animators can finally take a rest. Holy crap. However, they probably won't get paid as well. So that's boy, is that rough in animation? It's like, oh good, you can take a rest. Also, you're fired. What? Fuck. It's like, oh shit. I don't know. Hopefully, I think it's Toei who does One Piece's animation. If it's Toei, they'll just move them onto the Dragon Ball mines. I hope it's not Toei. Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're consistent. One Piece is animated by... Oh, it is Toei. God, no wonder it's been going for 25 years. But yeah, after 25 years, they've announced, well, we are ending the continual run, which means season 1 of One Piece is over. What the heck? What you mean season 1, bruh? What you mean by that? It is Toei, yeah. Well, I guess they can move them to the Dragon Ball mines if they need time. So good news, they have other projects. It's Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball was the project. Speaking of things that will never die, get working on the next Dragon Ball. It's all of Latin America depends on you, Dragon Ball animators. It's the only thing keeping them going. All right, and the pin is still on cooldown. Nice. Ow. All right. Boop. Ugh. Boy, streams are hard. Y'all professional rappers impress me so much. Rappers? Yappers. Yappas. Y'all professional yappas impress me so much because I'm not good enough at talking constantly. I think it's one of my weaknesses, one of the things I'm trying to improve on in terms of streaming and creation. I can talk. That's the thing. I think I do generally a little better when I'm a little more occupied with some kind of game. So like if we were playing Vintage Story, it would be easy. I have something to refocus on. But yeah, exactly. But when it's like, no, sit down and talk, I'm like, oh god, this is hard, dog. Oh boy. Oh, I'm just here for Christmas stories. Y'all got any Christmas stories? Speaking of Christmas stories though, what are y'all's favorite? Y'all got any Christmas movies? Like shows, movies. It doesn't have to be Christmas themed. There's something you and yours always watch when the holidays come back. That's like, oh, you gotta watch that. For me, it's Muppet Christmas Carol. That is my favorite adaptation of A Christmas Carol outside of the one I personally was in. Muppet Christmas Carol is my favorite adaptation. And it's really good. It is so good. Dude, I adore the Muppets. And all of their movies are so fucking funny. That's why when I like, God, it's so good. I always watch Muppet Christmas Carol. It's peak. Granted, Christmas Carol. So fun fact. In England, there used to be a tradition of Christmas ghost stories. Ooh, you'd get together and tell a spooky little story for fun. It was actually very... Want to know what killed it? Want to know when people stopped writing Christmas ghost stories as a popular medium and a popular genre? It was with A Christmas Story. Scrooge and the three ghosts visiting him, well, four ghosts actually, was so good. It was so good. Everyone was kind of like, well, shit, I can't beat that. Everyone's like, well, that boy, when you're telling spooky stories at the campfire and then that one counselor like sits down and tells a story so hard, one of the kids like, bro, I gotta change pants, oh god, and you're like, I can't go after that, man. That holy cow! Oh, how'd you? Oh, that is what happened with A Christmas Story. It basically killed a popular genre by completing it. It was like, yeah, we're done here. God, it's so. The funny thing is, it's not my favorite Christmas. It's the most classic one. It's the one where I'm like, oh, I gotta watch it. I actually am normally fond of the movie Jingle All the Way, which is it's a stupid Arnold Schwarzenegger comedy movie about him being a bad dad by his kid the most. And then the entire movie trying to get the toy. And wacky hijinks happen. Like really stupid hijinks. It's not like good, but I do love it. It's probably my favorite. Your only Christmas Story is that Christmas Eve regular story came in. Work I came in to give you chocolates. Oh, that's cute. That's nice. Like, or not glad you woke up to this terror. Well, I'm afraid to tell you. The terror is. Look. You want to put something on the tray, or don't you? Speaking of which, the timer is up. It is time to pin something free. Let me roll the dice and see what we get. Whoa, a 12. Ooh, we've never got 12. They're all multiples of 8. Multiples of 8. 8, 9. 12. You get the book tree. You get to put a tree on the tree. Now this one looks weird. This one might. This Amazon. This long-standing, beloved traditional ornament that we all know and love. It looks a little suspect of, but it's good that we didn't need to pay for it because Grandma gave it to us. Good, the cops left. All right, you get the book tree. There we go. But yeah, that's cute. Getting gifts is nice. It's weird. Some people give gifts, like give a gift. Garbage. Give a gift. Mailman. Mailman take gifts. Wait, hold on. Bribe if they're government. If it's like a is that money based? Gonna money based. The tax spread for tomorrow. Issue, boy, that's cloth of tax spreads. Oh boy, good luck. Yeah, good luck with that one. Good luck with that one. Rankin Bass. What is it? Hey, is this what you watched growing up? They're the guys that made animations. I get that. That makes. They made all those claymation show. I think the company's dead, so they can't charge money for it, so it's free to steal. Everybody's favorite. Yippee. Free to steal. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. What was I yapping about? Right. I really like that movie. What's funny is, honestly, I think the old Christmas movies, like, wow. Damn, so, like a couple. But I know they're cheesy. I think some of the old Christmas movies are honestly pretty good. Some of them are bad. Like, I know the Nutcracker, the classic ballet. And if we're going to the theater, if we are going to watch it, then that's awesome. Hell yeah. Dude, I watched the... And I just don't. Like, we got a lot of good Christmas movies. We got the Home Alones. They're kind of... I mean, they're Christmas movies. Kind of for the focus. Those are good. Got the Elf movies good. The Tim Allen Santa Clauses. I liked those. But even more than that, the really old movie, like Miracle on 34th Street, and one where the guy wishes he never existed. What is that one? He like wishes never existed, and then an angel gets sent down to like tell him to prove himself that his life, that like he made an important difference on people. I think that movie's honestly, last time I watched it, I was like, he's excellent. And it's just good. However, it does have a really funny line. Like a super funny line. I get the period it's from, but it's when he's shaking the angel. He's like, "Oh, in the world I don't exist. What happened to my wife? Where is she?" And the angel's like, "She's getting off her shift as a librarian." And you're supposed to be like, "Oh no, a librarian." And it's like, that's a pretty good job. The librarians need master degrees, and it's actually an incredibly competitive field because there aren't very many library jobs. Actually, very impressive that she's a librarian. Maybe you should, maybe she's better off here, buddy. It's just something I found funny. Hey, bunny. Jessica Claus from Rankin Bass, capital baddie. I mean, she's not. God. Okay. Does it have anything to do with Christmas? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You should watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit now. That movie is unbelievable. It's good. It is so good. God. The work they did to mesh in and the classic animation characters with the live acting is in the 90s. I'm cutting out. Ugh, gross. I'm leaning forward. Yo, free skin in reverse 1999. Nice, very nice. Wow. Oh, did I bump this? Hold on. Bah. Okay. I bumped my mic a little. It's a shotgun mic, so you need very good mic etiquette for it to function well. Brother, look her up and tell me I'm wrong. Okay, well, I'm just saying Jessica Rabbit is also capital B baddie. And yet also, interestingly, also named Jessica. Wonder why, what's up with that? I see. So that's what you're into. Okay. I see you. That waist doobie snatch. I see you. Oh, we got to pin another thing on the tree. Yeah. What are we going to get? I did the redeem. I'll just do it now. I don't care. We did just a 1. We already got a 1. Reroll. A 2. Okay. It really wants to do the number 2. That was just hey, the cardinal. Yippee. Birds. I think this is a pretty bird. I like the rhinestone and glass ornaments. Am I boomer? I feel very grandpa being like, oh, the pretty bird ornament. Well, okay, hear me out. Oh, the pretty bird ornament though. It's nice. Saying. It's nice, okay? Nothing wrong with that. Bird up. All right. God, this I'm glad this stream is more or less working out how I imagined it would. I am very glad we rolled Goku. I am thrilled we managed to roll a Goku like I wanted. It is very good. Very, very good. But yeah. And movies are fun. I should watch them. I should. Movies are enjoyable. I should watch one. Like, maybe once. At some point. Eventually. I never watch movies. I never. It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I never watch movies. I don't got much more to say about it beyond that, I'm afraid. That's just how it be sometimes. That's just how it be. All right. Oh. So, do y'all have fun New Year's plans? While you're visiting Grandpa with the candy, I got with our candy. Don't forget to take your obligatory old person strawberry candies. You know, the best ones. They slap. I know some in the audience are hating on the grandma candy. You don't get it. It's fake. They're great. They taste bizarrely artificial, and there's not a real thing about them. That's the best part. That's the best part. That weird medicine sweetness is exactly what we're here for. Hey? It's exactly what we're here for. This candy's older than your existence. Yes. You get to work. Same actually. I have a floating holiday system, so my days off are not locked in. I have to spend them, and those things are gone. And next year they're like, oh, you still do floating holidays, but they're also locked in on these days. And I'm like, I don't care about Labor Day. Fuck. God. A company merges with another one, and now all the benefits fall apart. Oh, it happens every time. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. I'm telling you. Ugh. What a pain. What a pain. Only I wasn't super lazy and I actually... God, that reminds me. That's what I wanted to do next year. So, all right. So here's the problem, right? We are going to be slammed on streaming. I mean, Vintage Story, Pathfinder, the occasional Grand Archive collab, one-shots for Pathfinder, Factorio, Deliver at All Costs, which I do want to play. It looks like fun. Looks like a silly little time. Like, all these things, I'm like, the schedule's filled up. When will I find time for something which is super boring? But if I stream it, I'm forced to do it. Super boring. I need to start studying for my PE. I did cut out. It's like a dead spot. I really need to start studying more to get my professional engineering license, which is a pain because I'm bad at tests and I'm just bad at tests and I need to go buy the book. Ugh, such a pain. But I need to do it, and I need to actually force myself to do it instead of being super lazy, because a lot of my career is based on whether or not I go get that. And I'm like, I don't really want to. Don't be lazy, kids. Be proactive. Be proactive. The longer you wait, the worse it gets. Turn into old Lord Generic here. Make us learn with that. That's what I need to do. You get to study the fun of high-level electrical systems. Yippee! They're really not as complicated as you'd think once you understand that electricity works like a fluid that is half imaginary. And also it's a magnet. Beyond that, it's not that bad. God, it reminds me back in the day when I was talking with a good friend, and he was a petrol boy. He was working on his petrol stuff, and I was looking, I'm like, man, how are you managing to simulate so many pipes, so many fluids, so many systems? He went, it's not that bad. Individually, they're pretty simple. And they looked at my system, and he went, how does that even work? And I'm like, oh, the distribution? It's not that bad. I'm just simulating one pipe with fluid. It's just one fluid. It's just that some of the fluid is imaginary. And he's like, what does that mean? And I go, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It means it's a magnetic field. It's induced. Don't worry about it. Electricity is better than time. Yeah, time is a mess. See? Now you're getting it. Electricity isn't that bad. Calculating a gravitational slingshot. Now that's the problem. Let me tell you, the people who do that work at NASA, like the gravitational people, God, they're so cool. Oh, they're nerdy as all heck, but like, God, it's so cool, dude. Space is rad. I got phrase it. I've done some work with NASA. I've done work with space programs. It's just such cool work, dude. Like, okay, maybe firefighter or clown for those into it. But is astronaut the sexiest job? And, they have a million support staff around them. But, like, dude, is astronaut the sexiest job? I would argue maybe. It's really cool, dude. It's really cool. Bro, you go to space. That's sick. That's sick. And, working on the material sciences and stuff around space, that's pretty fun, too. It's just neat. It's neat. You gotta learn about degassing and vacuum. God, could you have to learn so much about vacuums. Lifeguard? Ooh. Lifeguard's pretty sexy. Baywatch was a thing for a reason. Wet clothes, swimsuits, copious amounts of sunscreen so you don't die. Sitting under an umbrella, again, so you don't die. Sitting on a beach. Lifeguards got pretty good. Now, the funny thing is you're like, oh, the lifeguard will save me, and they're so sexy and so strong. No. If you're drowning, you know what the lifeguard does? Unironically, they are trained to swim to you, as a lifeguard. And as you flail because you're drowning, they will clock you in the face. Dead ass. They will swim to you, smack you a good one in the face. And the reason is that when a person is drowning, you are incapable of like logical thought at that point. You don't really think anymore because your body is like, the rational brain has been hijacked by the part of the body going, we're gonna die. Holy fuck. And as a result, if you swim to a drowning person, they will latch onto you and push you down. Because, I'm gonna die. Holy shit, I gotta get on something. Like, that instinct has taken over, and it is far too strong for the majority of living things to overcome. So when you swim to the drowning person, you clock them a good one to stun them so that they don't push you underwater. And then you get behind them and grab them in a Nelson or like in a recovery position and keep them safe. Then you swim them back. But you have to be like, no, you don't get to grapple me in the water and drown us both, buddy. So yeah, lifeguard feels sexy, but you better be willing for them to clock you. Now, if you're into punch girls and punch boys, if you're into someone who can kick your ass, well, lifeguard is definitely on the team. Oh, you take firefighter or clown over astronaut, but you also take alien over astronaut? Okay. You take alien over astronaut over sexiness. When I ask you this, outside of space captains, space pirates, and space commandos, which are obviously real jobs that those in the know have done. Who, I ask you, is banging the alien? That's right. And how dare you tell me that spacesuit? Wait, do you mean spacesuits or their ground uniforms? The ground uniforms are not special. Yes. They're just jumpsuits, right? Ground uniforms for astronauts are just jumpsuits. They're utilitarian. They don't have that tradition. How dare you say spacesuits are ugly? Those things are a pinnacle of engineering. They're so cool. I am so offended. You have no idea. You know what? Just for that, Lorelai, I'm gonna force you to watch all of Space Brothers because that's like my favorite anime of all time. I am so offended. God, why do I open my door to these kids so that they can mock me? How dare they? Fuck the marshmallow men. Look, the impassive window screen. There could be anything inside. Oh man, they could be anything. I'm just saying. You know how mass makes you hotter? They love a uniform. I'm just saying, the lads and ladies love a uniform. And an impassive mask protecting you from all light and radiation. Kinda cool. Look, if people want to fuck Tali from Mass Effect, that's just a spacesuit. She's just wearing a spacesuit. I mean, for her, it doubles as an environmental protection suit, but that's what spacesuits are. They're just EVA vehicles that are man-sized. And they're just extra vehicular activity suits. They're cool. I'm standing on it, and of course, this is our house, so I'm right. You know what? I'm gonna rage pin. It's time to rage pin another item on the tree. Just for that. Just for that. Can't believe it. Twitch is buffering. Interesting. Now, is anyone else having Twitch buffering issues? Just asking out of curiosity to know if it's on our side or Twitch's side. Or, the fool's side. All right, we got a 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We already did that one. Roll again. A 5. What the fuck are these rolls? Hold on. I feel like we keep doing this. Is it the way I'm rolling? Y'all think it's... Oh, wait. We already did this one. Hitting it at the same spot. That. Oh, this one's on my hair, so it works. That looks so bad. All right. YouTube's fine. Okay. I guess it's just a fool's sign. All right, we're doing another one because we already did that one. 18. Are you serious? This dice is loaded, dog. I should use this dice. I should use this dice for Pathfinder. It keeps rolling 18s. That's really good. We already got a 17. We're rolling again. And oh my god, I'm scrolling under 20. All right, we're starting at the lasagna. Can we get a taco? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it caps at 7. I'm doing the taco. I want to. Taco! Tacos are so good, dude. Although I gotta say, this is not like a real taco. This is a white people taco night taco. This is very much a white people taco night taco. This isn't like a good taco. Well, I shouldn't say that. You know what? The taco goes in Goku's hands. Oh, I love that. I love that, actually. So, like, how to say? I feel that White People Taco Night, if you're not familiar with the term, White People Taco Night is a kind of taco you find a lot in American suburbs and like Midwestern suburbs where the populations are white Americans. In the American terminology for what a white American means. It's a lot of people who, they want to try Latino foods, but they don't have knowledge of it. They don't have the resources, so they buy a mix. This looks like a hard shell. And as a result, you get hard shell tacos. It's pre-folded. You take some ground beef. You use a pre-made spice mix in it, and you kind of just layer them on. It's a fun meal, and it's kind of infamous for people who grew up in that kind of environment because everyone shared that experience, and it's like an identical food for every person because they were all buying it off the same pre-made spice rack, as opposed to like authentic Latino tacos, which are fucking god tier but also super different. Oh yeah, Ghostbusters were ugly. Okay. Ghostbuster uniforms are pretty close to astronaut uniforms, and I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill. I refuse. I refuse to accept the lies. The lie. Nothing less than the lie. I know the truth. I know the truth. We can fight. Yeah, there will be a fight, all right. It's the one where the truth wins. One where the truth wins. At last. Oh, that reminds me, EJ, you mentioned a long while ago what your team was, but I was ranting about something, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't read it. Let me scroll up a little and look at that for your Lancer team. Because, yeah, I feel like you're building very close range on an artillery mech, and it's functional, but might end up rather challenging to make work. But yeah, you have a Manticore, an Orcus, and a Barbarossa. Orcus and Manticore will take charge. Yeah, so you have a lot of close line, and Barbarossa is an artillery. If anything, I feel like that's a solid team. I'm not gonna lie, I hate Barbarossa. I have a friend who adores Barbarossa and keeps trying to make it work, and you know what? I think the siege cannon is just kind of a bad weapon. But I think in that case, you already have a lot of close range, and you could use your build as is, but take a smart gun. What your team lacks is, one, smart weapons. You need smart weapons to target fast enemies. Two, your team is lacking in good crowd control. Manticore is decent, but... Well, actually, no, Orcus provides a lot of crowd control. Just not a lot of hacking. So, instead, if you want to go more mid-range, you could bring utility in running the Gilgamesh, and instead of spending your points on some of your tech, I would say spend your points. This makes no sense to anyone who doesn't play Lancer. That's okay, don't worry, just bear with it. Spend those points on one or two grenades, possibly from taking the Iskander or from taking the Genghis for fire grenades. That can help open up your utility and maximize that. Your team is also kind of short on hacking, and their mobility looks kind of bad. Their mobility does look kind of bad. I don't want to say everyone should take the Sunzy at all times, but I am a little Sunzy pilled. I'm not gonna lie. I might be a little Sunzy pilled. I'm not gonna lie. But either way, I don't think you need a melee with that team. You can just ram dudes off you if they get on you, and you have a lot of bodyguards already. So I think you should focus on something with a longer range and preferably a smart weapon to complement the Barbarossa. Oh, you're f***ing us. Well, that's okay. That's okay. It happens. It happens. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. Or if you really want to build stuff and deploy stuff, consider the Kid. The Kid might actually work very well for you, given that the targeting laser is a nice long-range support weapon you can use that can lock on. And it is a main laser? It is a main rifle, yeah. The Kid might be worth it instead of the Pegasus. Targeting laser is great, and you can support your team from them getting hacked to death with Pepcac. Or at level 2, you have the field-approved Brass Ignorant modifications, which allows you to power up your teammates, which they'll love, allowing you to turn off damage resistances, which is a great combo for both you. Well, you are not your own ally, so that's a great combo for the super heavy weapon on your friendly Barbarossa. Yeah, the more I'm looking at it, I'd recommend instead of Pegasus, take the Kid. The Kid is from the Wallflower campaign. No Room for a Wallflower. I'm not saying to play the Kid, but I'm saying to use its licenses. Saw that in TF2 vid. God, I miss Team Fortress. God, I know I could boot up Team Fortress. I know I could still play it, but it's not the same. The problem with Team Fortress is it's not the act of playing that I miss. It's the act of hanging with the gang. The act of hanging with the server of people that were playing Team Fortress that I would play with. Those people really, legit shaped a lot of who I am. Like, not intentionally. It's just like it helped shape my humor and my wit in a slightly different direction it would have gone otherwise. And, you know, I also played on a weird friendly fire Team Fortress server, which is part of why I became really, really good at FPS games. Because you ever play Team Fortress friendly fire? Holy shit, it's really hard. I'll just say it's really hard. You gotta get really good at shooting because that game is wildly chaotic. Yeah. Anyways, there we go. There's your Lancer advice. It took 3 hours. You see. Some would say I'm dragging it out. I like to say, it's not dragging it out. It's content. You have wit. Oh, -1 stamina. God, it just reminds me of Disco Elysium, which is such a reboot fix problem. Reboot always fixes problems. Exactly, you got commitment. See, I held you on. That's how we get the hours. We call that pro YouTube streaming. If you just have to focus me in the right direction as my brain melts in real time. Because I am not prepared and I'm frazzled from the whole. God, it was gonna be such a good intro. It was gonna be such a good gimmick and joke. And then I brought the tree on screen and went, fuck, it's green screened. Fuck, it's green screened. I have to change everything to make it work. I'm glad you enjoy being in the stream. That makes one of us. Get me out of this place. Still stuck. Fuck. All right. Yeah. There you go. Took me that long to think of the kid, but I'd recommend the kid over the Pegasus, and then you play the Gilgamesh. I think that'll work a lot better. And it's really good at that support, so, well, not being a hacker. So, I think that'll work great. And then I'd get rid of the support drones. They're, well, if you have Orcus and Manticore, I would keep the support drones. Ooh, that's tough. Honestly, as sexy as the RPG is, I might replace the RPG and say you should dedicate harder to support. It's hard to say. Get me out by sending in a cat. Oh, I love it. That's like me too. Edibles generally like me. No, I don't think it'll work. It's because I know how to speak cat. I know how to speak cat and I know how to speak dog. It's simple. You just act like a cat or a dog to them, and they'll be like, oh, finally, someone who fucking gets it. People try and talk to their dog like they're a person, and that they don't get why their dog doesn't get it. That's the problem. I fall out of luck. I autumn things too before I have to leave. Right. How do we ban on YouTube again? Yeah, alright. Hide user from channel. Okay, that's enough. I think we're done here. Yeah, I don't know. I need to stop saying yeah. I'm using that as a filler word. That is filler word, and I tell already it's. I always had this issue where I would use the same opener for a lot of my life. I'd always use the same opener. Now, it would be a different opener, but at a given time, I'd lock in on like one opener, like real talk or so, and I'll just use that every single time. And I'm like, gotta break it. Good speech, effective speaking habits are to open with different things. You gotta vary it up and keep interest. Therefore, in this essay, I will be enunciating more clear. In this presentation, don't be punished for your humor. That's right. No, you can't burn the tree. I wanted to reuse it, so I bought one of those plastic metal ones. It just came pre-built. That's why it was so fucking heavy. So if you light it on fire, it's just gonna melt onto me. It'll be terrifying. Kind of cool, kind of metal. I don't think I'd be able to move though. Burning plastic's nasty. Yeah. It's a plastic tree. The kind that like cuts you as you try to assemble it every single time. Yeah, the one everyone hates. Of course, that's what we bought. It's a Christmas tradition. I need the children to despise Christmas with their very soul. This is the only way. The only way we can make it happen. All right. Well, terrible glaze. Time for the chainsaw. Did you know random chainsaw facts? Did you know chainsaws were not invented to cut trees? The inventor of the chainsaw was a doctor. He was a doctor who did a lot of work as a midwife. Well, I guess the term wouldn't be midwife. You're forklift certified. Hell yeah, I trust you with my life. The doctor did a lot of like C-sections and the really bad deliveries, and was like, dude, this sucks. Bone sawing through a sternum when I need to, which is a thing that they did. Yeah, it's horrific. They were not very good at it, but they were trying. Boy, the state of women's medicine in the 1800s. Right? When was this invented? Hold up. The 1800s? 1900s? Do 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 do. Wood chainsaws began in the 19th century, but it was invented in the 18th century. Yeah, so it was originally created. It was really small. No. It wasn't the giant wood thing. It was like a handheld crank. It was really small when it was first invented. Yeah, exactly. But they were like, I need something that can hold still and slowly saw, well, at a decent rate, safely saw through bone while holding still. And they came up with like chained teeth on a hand crank so you could hold it with one hand and crank it. That's where the chainsaw came from. It was to help deliver babies. And then a couple hundred years later, someone went, I bet I could use this on a tree. Which means in the 19th century, they were still mostly axe cutting trees. God, the chainsaw's good. God, the chainsaw's. Not sure I like how he crank. Austin, crank that soldier boy. Oh, man. No one listens to Soldier Boy. You gotta crank. Damn. We had some good rapper jokes back in the day. I feel like all those rappers are so hilariously not relevant. Sorry, Soldier Boy. Not really, but damn. You had a good 5 minutes of fame. Good on you, buddy. I say as a VTuber. I say it's like a 1,500 sub VTuber. Well, 1,500 combined. Yeah, I'm taking it. I'm combining it. What? Well, you got a problem with that? I'm not spreading that out. I don't give a fuck. Of course I'm combining it. It looks way better on the resume. Stay moist. What's wrong with moist? You really gotta moist. Gotta enunciate the T. You count as two. Exactly, you count as two. Maybe even three. But we cut a couple hundred off. That's why I cut a couple hundred off. Okay, I'm a little more honest than that. But like, dang, I'm not crazy. I'm still combining them. Fuck it. All right. I need to take this tree off. But first, put on another thing. Let's put on a good thing. We had good rapper jokes because we actually printed them. Curse you. That's good. All right, hold on, what I roll? An 8. Another 8. Oh yeah, my Twitch connection is starting to die. I think Twitch is just dying. It's not me. It's Twitch. Amazon Web Services. I think you're falling. All right. Let's start here. What's 8? Oh, I want the chocolate heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The black crispy orb. Look at that. That is a black crispy, all right. All right, so we're gonna we'll put it here on my other hair. Whee! Oh, that one goes crazy. God, it hurts to move my head now. Please take this off me. Yo, you got a capybara plush? That's sick, actually. Yo, capybaras? Dude, can we talk about how capybaras are like the this thing? Like capybara. Ooh, capybaras. They just want to snuggle them. And from what I'm aware, they actually let you snuggle. They're, well, not necessarily snuggle, but like they're super chill. Super chill. Because they don't really have a lot of natural predators where they originate from. It helps. The weighted plush, yo, sick. You got the fancy stuff, huh? And nice haul. Very nice haul. Love to see it. Remember, Christmas isn't about family. Christmas isn't about love and joy and forming a community. Christmas is about fleecing those fools for all they got. Yes! Fleece them. Take everything from them. Everything. All right. All right. With that said, see, I'm going back to with that said. Shit. All right, hold on. Well, I'm out of water. So rather than take a break and refresh, it's been a good 3.5 hours. I think it's about time to kick you out of the house. You've already eaten the food, eaten me out of house and home, I swear. And no one does the dishes except for me. No one even does the dishes. You all just stack them. It didn't even put water in it to soak, you animals. It's going to get crusty. Please, Novi Dad. Oh, I hate that. Oh, God. Oh, that's strong. Oh, Fleece Novi Dad is strong. I like that. That's a good one. All right. Let me send you on your way. Have a wonderful Christmas. A wonderful New Year. Happy holidays. Whatever holidays you love. I hope they go rad. And as you go, hey, take some candy. Take some candy. Yes, you. Oh, the ornaments are falling off. Take some candy. It's on the table. Put it back. There we go. Now you can have the candy. All right. Well, thank you for all dropping by. See you. I'm happy. Didn't stack him, just threw him in the garbage. You don't like that candy? Why do you not like the grandma candy? It tastes like medicine. It's delicious. It's older than you and your existence. It's older than you and your whole existence. It's delicious. No, I didn't ask if you kids wanted the candy. You seem to misunderstand what's going on here. You know what? We're not kicking you out. I see you did a good job cleaning your plate. You must be so hungry. You really like that food. Let me get you another plate, kid. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're playing this game. Let me get you. You seem to like that food so much. I made you another plate. See, at least Bunny likes it. Bunny might not like it, but Bunny likes it. So Bunny can have the candy and can leave. The rest of you are all getting another plate of food. I will wrap it to go and force it with you. But we are packing it on the China, so you have to come back to return it. I don't have paper plates. I am wrapping this plate for you on the China, so you have to come back. It's on the porcelain plate. You have to come back and redeliver it. and if you don't eat it, Grand's gonna cry. And then call you nasty names to everyone that's your relatives. It's gonna be bad. The rumor mill's gonna go crazy. You don't want that. It's vicious. Let me tell you. No, just me. Get fucked. My family the crazy one. All right. Thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful, happy holidays. Come back soon, okay? And hey, if you're new here, welcome in. I'm Lord Generic, your favorite Christmas tree. Sometimes a Terracotta Warrior, but mostly a Christmas tree by weight. And thanks for dropping by. Be sure to follow us and subscribe if you're on Twitch. Follow us on YouTube. No, wait. Shit. How do I mix that up literally every time? Subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Twitch, and you'll catch more. We got a lot going on. I am trying to set up some fancy things, trying to set up fancy projects. You know, when you're old, you got to do big projects before you croak and you can't do it anymore. So I'm gonna go find some pliers and start peeling these weird plastic metal spine tree bits off me. Why did I not buy a real tree? I didn't want the sap to start stinking, but I probably should have gone for the sap. I guess the real sap was me. All right. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful new year. And may your next year achieve everything that you hope for. That's good. Maybe evil. I don't know. I don't judge. I'm like those parents where, like, when you beat up the other kids in school, I go, oh, my little Timmy's perfect. He wouldn't do that. And you're like, I saw Timmy, like, he's hitting him right now. And I'm like, no, he's not. I don't see nothing. Doesn't look like anything to me. I'm doing great. All right. See y'all.